Yes, it's going to be a good day, LA. It's going to be a wet day on this February the 16th. It is President's Day. Good morning, I'm Bobby Castro.
And I'm Sandra Endo in for Jen this morning. Let's take a look at some of the stories we're covering for you right now.
And that heavy rain and some pretty strong winds expected on different parts of LA County. We're live this morning in Altadena with what you need to know if you live in a burn scar area.
Also coming up, the latest on the search for Nancy Guthrie. It's been over 2 weeks now. Why the FBI may finally have a promising new lead.
Plus, a shutdown in Washington is once again disrupting federal operations. There is no end in sight. What this could mean going forward. First, let's get to Marie with the latest on that winter storm. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. It is the first of a bunch of storms we're watching, actually, and it's now really moving in to parts of LA County. So if it hasn't rained where you are yet, it's coming. Trust me. We are picking up some heavier cells, so I'll zoom in just a few moments. But zooming out, this is part of this big area of low pressure system. This is a cold storm, but there's an even colder one behind it that's going to bring us quite a bit of snow for our local mountains. Right now, temperatures are ranging from 54 in Ontario, 57 in Santa Ana, 55 in Santa Monica, 54 in Oxnard, 36 in Big Bear, to that 56 in Palm Springs. And really great advice. If you can stay in today, which it is a holiday, so I know a lot of kids are out of school, so maybe you can stay in as well, maybe work from home if you have to do some work today. 51 in the high desert with that chance for some thunderstorms, strong, potentially damaging winds associated with this system, some snow up into the mountains. That snow level is up between 6,000 to 7,000 feet, and it will eventually drop to between 3,000 and 4,000 feet by tomorrow into Wednesday. 61 along our coast for that high temperature, not very high downtown, 58 below normal. Thunderstorms possible, as I said. We have a slew of weather alerts in place, including flood watches. I'll go over them in just a few moments. In the meantime, let's get a bird's eye view of what's going on outside. We've got Stu up in Sky Fox flying over our now officially wet freeway here. Stu, where are you?
Hey, good morning, Maria. Good morning, everybody. Yes, it is definitely starting to rain. We took off, almost 2 hours ago. The valley was pretty much dry. Boy, what changes in 2 hours. It is coming down out here. We're in the North Hills area, and Skyvox, the only news helicopter up right now. I'm just letting everybody know that. And I got to give a shout out to Miss Bucky because she was concerned about us. We are flying, and we are safe. And sending some love down to Compton. Let's take a look at that 405 drive. It is definitely still much better than it would be if it was not holiday light. We're watching some of these cars down there. Windshield wipers definitely going. You've got water coming, like rooster trails coming off the back of a lot of these cars as well. Look at that. This means there's standing water out there. So if you are driving and you're not in traffic, keep an eye on those speeds. You know the drill. We all live in LA. Favor the center lane. Stay away from the far right or far left, especially if those wipers are going, and be careful out there, everybody. It is definitely coming down, but as far as crashes right now, we've still got a lot of green on all of the maps out there, so the roadways are open. Let's keep it safe and keep that theme going for the day, even though it's raining. Sending it back to y'all in the studio.
Yep, stuck my head outside earlier, and here we go. It is coming down. A powerful storm now moving through our area. This could bring severe thunderstorms, debris flows, flash flooding, and mudslides.
Rachel Aragon joins us in Altadena with everything you need to know. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. The umbrella officially out now in Altadena. The rain's starting to come down, and I fear it's going to get worse as the day goes forward. But take a look here. When we talk about areas concerned, we're talking about Altadena, parts of Pasadena, of course, the Palisades, these recent burn scar areas where there's a chance, of course, for debris and mudslides. We also know, though, rain is expected across other parts of L.A. County as well, with potential for even damaging winds and thunderstorms. A reminder, evacuation warnings have gone into effect in Pasadena and other burn scar areas as a big storm rolls in. City officials in Pasadena are pretty confident there won't be any issues since the hills have dried up a bit since the recent warm weather, but they do want residents to know in these areas to just be prepared nonetheless and be ready to evacuate just in case. Take a listen.
We encourage people, don't wait till last minute. If you need to evacuate or you're told to evacuate, do so early. If you have existing medical conditions, young kids, pets that you need to pack up that may take longer, do so early. Get out in a reasonable time frame.
And she also says that sandbag distribution and or pickup areas will be taking place at several Pasadena fire stations, including Station 37 and 38. Now back here live in Altadena, you're looking at one of the distribution and pickup areas for sandbags as well off of Mountain View Street. I will say just about a few minutes ago, we saw someone already come by and pick up those sandbags. It's a very good idea to go and do that now while the rain is light. Again, we know it's going to get worse as the morning goes on, so stay safe if you have to be on the roads later on today. Reporting live this morning, I'm Rachel Aragon. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Rachel, thank you. And because of the storm, parts of Topanga Canyon Boulevard were shut down ahead of the big storm today. As of late last night, State Route 27 closed from PCH to Grandview Drive due to debris flow threats and flooding concerns. As for when it's expected to reopen, Caltrans says it depends on improved weather and road conditions.
And for those who are worried about flooding, there are sandbags available.
That's right, Gigi Graciette, live in Toluca Lake with that part of our storm coverage. Good morning, Gigi.
Hey, Gigi.
That's right. It's only been a light sprinkle here in the San Fernando Valley. The rain picking up about 15-20 minutes ago with a strong storm cell moving over us, but it moved over very quickly. Now, you mentioned sandbags. Here they are. We're at LA City Fire Station number 86 on Vineland and at the 101, and there is the sand should you need it. No takers yet this morning, but it is here and available. And not only here, at several Los Angeles City fire stations, it is available free for the taking should you need it. Thankfully, here in the San Fernando Valley, we don't have a burn scar area, though. What we do have are several parts of the city that are prone to flooding. So as always, allow yourself extra time today. Hopefully you don't have to work and you don't have to be out and about. If you are, drive safely. We'll send it back to you.
Alrighty, all right, Gigi, thank you.
Thank you, Gigi.
Now, on to this, of course. We've been monitoring this story for a couple weeks now. Savannah Guthrie shares a new message for hope, as a piece of evidence found near the scene of her mother's disappearance could provide some answers.
Fox's Caroline Elliott joining us live from Tucson, Arizona with the latest. Caroline.
Yeah, Sandra, Bob, we know in the next 24 hours we could get a major breakthrough in this case, as investigators now have the preliminary DNA results from a glove that was found about 2 miles away from Nancy Guthrie's home. The Guthrie family now sharing a message of hope, saying they do wish a breakthrough could happen in this case.
It is never too late to do the right thing.
In newly shared video to social media, Savannah Guthrie says her family has not lost any hope as the search for her 84-year-old mom enters its 3rd week.
We believe in the essential goodness of every human being, and it's never too late.
The FBI says DNA has been recovered from a glove found about 2 miles from Nancy's Tucson home. The agency says it appears to look like the one worn by the suspect captured on surveillance video outside the home.
DNA is not like a TV show where you get the results within no time and you figure out who did it by the end of the show. DNA is it takes time.
If the DNA is a match, it could help investigators identify the individual described as a man between 5'9" and 5'10" with an average build.
Officers will receive leads. They're going to, beat those down to their ultimate end.
Investigators are still going through tens of thousands of tips and potential evidence after conducting multiple late-night searches over the weekend with no arrests. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos says more operations are expected in the coming days.
And the FBI says it's received preliminary results on Saturday, and now that sample will go into CODIS next, which is the FBI's national database they use to identify DNA and potentially track someone down. Now, we're told that process is pretty quick. It could take about 24 hours. So if there is a match in there, we could have some answers here soon. Bob, Sandra.
It's like, Caroline, like the nation is at the edge of their seats, with any piece of scintilla of information here. So you said 24 hours. Is there more of a time frame there? Was it 24 hours from yesterday, or when might we hear the results of that DNA test?
Yeah, Bob. So we're hearing from the FBI that, again, that preliminary result came on Saturday. So they're waiting for that official confirmation to put it into the CODIS system to see if there is some kind of comparison or even a match. We do know, though, from the sheriff that this can take anywhere from 1 to 10 days. We do know that some of the evidence was prioritized based on how close it was found to the crime scene. So, again, looks like we could be talking a matter of days or maybe even weeks here.
But then again, there could be another dead end if there is no match in the CODIS system. It could be somebody's DNA that's not in the system as we know it right now.
Yeah, Sandra, that is a possibility. We know that 16 gloves were found during that search, and they say most of those gloves belong to people who were investigators, who were using those gloves there at the scene and then left them behind. But we did point out that one glove in particular that investigators are really focusing in on right now, and they said that the DNA profile was different than any of the investigators on scene or Nancy Guthrie's. But to your point, we just don't know right now. That could have been a glove that was left behind by a sanitation worker, a construction worker. We just don't know at this point, and we're still waiting for investigators to figure that one out.
All right, looking for that one clue, that one piece of evidence that really could break this case wide open. Caroline, thank you so much. We'll check in. Thank you so much. All right, let's head to Maria. Let's look at the forecast. Yeah, it's good that a lot of people are sort of off today, right, for the holiday, because it could get pretty dicey out there.
Absolutely. As we take a look at the wind, that's going to be a problem as we take a look at what we're expecting today. Look at these wind gusts. 36 miles per hour, 24 mile per hour wind gusts in Santa Clarita. And as we take a look at what's going on up towards Corona, 22 mile per hour wind gusts there. Let me just put this into motion as we take a look at our radar here. The latest, you can see we're picking up some of those heavier cells, the yellows here, embedded in the rain that's moving inland. You can see as we zoom in here, I just a few moments ago saw that cell that Gigi was talking about out near the valley. We've got some here near Brentwood, out towards the west side, just west of the 101. We've got some heavier cells moving, getting ready to move into parts of the 14, up into Canyon Country. And then as we look at Orange County right now, mostly dry with some very light showers trying to get into here to parts of Huntington Beach. As we zoom out wide, you can see some of the heavier cells offshore, just to our south, and certainly upstream. So that's going to make its way south over us here the latter part of this morning into the afternoon. All right, I'll go over the rest of the forecast when I come back. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Busy weather day out there. All right, the social media trial accusing tech giants of harming children continues. Who we can expect to testify this week?
Also, the latest renderings for the White House ballroom. We have a look at those drawings and how much it will cost to get done. Just ahead. A look at some of our top stories this morning. The landmark trial accusing tech giants of harming children through addictive social media continues this week. On Wednesday, Mark Zuckerberg is expected to take the stand. Instagram's parent company and YouTube's parent company, Google, denied designing their platforms to be addictive in order to boost profits.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the Munich Security Conference over the weekend. They discussed Ukraine's defense and the ongoing war with Russia. Rubio posting on X that President Trump wants to end the conflict, quote, once and for all. However, peace talks remain stalled as Russia continues to launch deadly drone strikes. Funding for the Department of Homeland Security has expired as Congress did not act to fund the agency by the end of Friday. That's raising concerns about disruptions to airport security, disaster response, and coastal operations. Congress is out for the week, and Democrats and Republicans continue to place blame on each other for failing to reach a deal on DHS funding. Democrats say the White House's offer in a compromise fell short of their demands, particularly on ICE reforms. But the Trump administration says Democrats are being unreasonable in some of their stipulations, arguing that they should also be willing to make concessions.
The only way to ensure that ICE is actually reined in and brought under control, consistent with what the American people would like to see, is to change things dramatically, boldly, meaningfully through legislation, and that's what this shutdown showdown is all about.
We have to protect law enforcement, our police, our Border Patrol, ICE, and others in law enforcement. And I'm very much, look, I know what they want, I know what they can live with.
Several DHS agencies, including the TSA and FEMA, can now face disruptions with thousands of agents required to work without pay.
New renderings of the White House ballroom project are still under consideration. A firm handling the project is now sharing pictures with the National Capital Planning Commission. The East-wing expansion is facing a number of lawsuits. The Trump administration has revised the price tag several times. It says the $400 million ballroom is funded by private donations, including from President Trump.
Also happening today, Pacific Park on the Santa Monica Pier will light up its iconic Ferris wheel to celebrate the Year of the Horse. Lunar New Year is one of the most important celebrations of the year among East and Southeast Asian cultures, including Chinese, Vietnamese, and Korean communities. Los Angeles is home to more than 800,000 Asian Americans, so the Ferris wheel will feature an animated horse, the Happy New Year phrase in Mandarin, and red and gold colors, patterns, transitions, and various icons. It's the year of the fire horse.
That's right. Well, you can't even see it right now because of all the water on the lens. But
yeah, I saw it briefly early this morning before the rain really came in, and it was beautiful. Red color, you know, red and yellow, much like the lanterns here. So yeah, tomorrow, happy Lunar New Year, the start to the festivities, and it will be, unfortunately, cloudy and wet, depending on where you are. The Year of the Horse, we are going to get more of the winter weather. We've got this area of low pressure that is spinning just offshore. This is the first of a series of storm systems. The rain, by the way, getting really heavy later this morning and this afternoon and evening. So it is a good idea, if you can, to stay indoors. Try to get the work done. If you have to do work from home, if you can. You can see how it's widespread across the west and southwest here. As you can see, we've got a lot of snow in the Sierra Nevada, and we have a lot of snow here. We are expecting anywhere from 1 to 3 feet possible as we get to the end of the week. Here's Storm 2 just upstream, and that's going to move in tomorrow into Wednesday, just reinforcing the wet problems that are going to be out there. So it's going to exacerbate some of the issues we are going to look for today, which is the potential for flooding, mud and debris flows, those burn-scarred hillsides, those areas vulnerable. Really, you need to stay alert if you live in those areas. High wind warnings in effect, and we've got some severe thunderstorm warnings here now for portions of Santa Barbara County. That's where the line of heavy rain is at. Winter storm warnings for the mountains, so travel up to the high country will be very treacherous, so you definitely need to check with officials, check the road conditions, and maybe try to postpone it if you haven't already gone up on the road. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall possible. That's what that flood watch means. rock mudslides possible near the steep terrain, and as I mentioned, those debris flows possible in those burned, scarred hillsides. High wind warnings. This portion here, this little sliver of the mountains for Ventura County, LA County, where wind gusts potentially could get up to 60, 70 miles an hour. Wind advisories elsewhere with some of those wind gusts nearing 50 miles per hour. There's that winter storm warning I mentioned. Please, if you have to travel up to the high country, bring your emergency gear, keep water, extra clothing, and warm stuff in case of an emergency, and check with 511 for the latest road conditions. High surf, 6 to 10 feet. Dangerous rip currents. Definitely stay out of the water, but if you are headed to the coast, there's some coastal flooding expected. 58 degrees for downtown LA today. Here's your day planner for Riverside. Actually still waiting on the rain, so we're seeing that sunshine peek through the cloud cover at this hour, but then by 10, 11, we're going to look for the light rain and then getting heavier as we get to the afternoon and evening hours. Stay with us. We are going to be right back with much more right after this quick break.
Oh my gosh, look at the backup. Where's everyone going? Or they're coming back?
They're coming back,
Whatever.
yeah, from the President's Day weekend, or like...
Yeah.
We have rain here, and that's probably, you know, could lead to some delays, but also there's snow across other parts of the country as well, so...
That's right. Be careful.
Yeah, let me tell you, LAX is always...
Jam-packed, I know.
They need to do something about that.
I know.
They're trying.
All right, toy maker Mattel is marking the 40th anniversary of American Girl dolls this year with a brand new line, but it's already getting some backlash from fans. The new modern era collection reimagined 6 of their most iconic characters with contemporary outfits. So many of the fans say the new dolls look cheap and ruin the whole point of having historic dolls. American Girl started as a way to teach history through the perspective of the children who lived through it. The brand says it's just evolving for the next generation. Now, each doll costs about $90, and they start shipping in May.
Do you know much about American Girl?
Oh, yeah. I steered my daughter away from that store whenever I could.
But why do they say they look cheap? Do they look the same here?
Not as, I guess, historic, which was true to brand, you know, to begin with. This is more of the historic line on the left, right? In this case, on the right. But I guess they're becoming more contemporary and kind of losing that, you know, the vibe of being
Oh, okay. I see what people are saying.
Yeah. All right, still ahead, Coco will join us live from Westminster, where they're getting ready for the annual Tet Parade.
We'll be right back. Happy Yeah. All right, almost 8:30 on this Monday, February the 16th. It's President's Day. Yes.
That's right.
Lots
Thanks
of people
for
off.
joining us.
And a lot of our viewers knew who the presidents were. They're messaging me about, yes, it is
on the dollar bill.
Hamilton on the $10 bill.
Right.
All about the Benjamins.
Benjamins.
And who was on the $1,000 bill?
Oh, geez.
You Googled
I
that.
did. Now I forgot.
We don't have any of those.
I've never
handy.
seen
I've never seen a $1,000 bill.
Why did they put Jefferson on the $2 bill?
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were setting us up for.
I'm just saying.
Was he the second?
Kind of weird, you know?
Who was the second president?
Weird.
Grover
It's probably
Cleveland.
politics, too.
You know how they say,
On the
like,
1,000.
quote as a $2 bill.
I don't know.
You guys are, all right, whatever.
I don't know that. Okay. All right. All I know is that I've got a lot of pennies at home. I've been saving.
We'll save
I've been
those.
looking
They're
at
going
the-
extinct.
Yeah,
I know.
they're worth
I'm
a
looking
Who's
lot.
on
for
the dime?
the wheat pennies.
Who is on the dime?
I don't know. I'm talking about pennies. But listen,
The dime? I don't know. Who is
Look
it?
for the wheat
Who's on the-
pennies.
who's on the
Those are
nickel?
worth money. Okay, you talk. I'm going to go. Goodbye. I'm going to walk over to the Grease Creek. This is what happens. They get into their little combo. So you guys carry on. I'm running over here. I've got some important things to tell you. We've got a series of storms that are going to be moving in this week. And already with storm number 1 today, severe weather actually expected today, the heaviest of the rain. And we're talking about the potential for flooding, mud and debris flows, heavy rainfall rates that can trigger not just flooding, but those rock slides and things like that. So please be extra alert, especially if you live in and around the recently burned hillsides. Colder storm arrives tomorrow night into Wednesday. That's going to bring the snow level, which is at about 7,000 feet, down to as low as 3,000 feet. So that's going to impact a lot of travelers, of course, commuters, and traveling through the mountain passes. Anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain for the coast and valleys. That's a lot of rain over the next several days. Foothills, mountains, 4 to 8 inches, and anywhere from 1 to 3 feet of snow above 6,000 feet. So that's incredible news for our local mountains and resorts. Here's the latest on our satellite radar as we kind of look through parts of Ventura County. Here in Thousand Oaks, we're picking up some heavier cells here just off the coast of Ventura County. And then as we get to LA County, you can see that the better part of the county now getting some light to moderate rainfall, but out here towards West Covina, it's still on the lighter side. Orange County, Anaheim, some light showers, Huntington Beach, Irvine, and Laguna Niguel now seeing some very light showers, but out towards the Inland Empire, largely dry here in Riverside, Lake Arrowhead, Hemet, Palm Springs. We've got some clouds. 58 degrees expected for downtown LA today. That is 10 degrees cooler than the average of 68. Our sun will set at 5:38, but it's going to be kind of overcast, dark, and dreary all day today, especially as you get that heavier rain moving in later this afternoon. 58 for Santa Monica, 59 in Woodland Hills. That's it. 42 in Big Bear to that 68 in Palm Springs. All right, let's go back over to the traffic center. We've got Samada back with a look at our freeways now, which a lot of wet roads out there, Samada.
Yes, so many slick roadways, and unfortunately, with the slick roads comes the accidents. And we do have a brand new crash. We're taking over the San Fernando area. We first got word of a solo vehicle crash that has now turned into 3 vehicles westbound side of the 118 at San Fernando Road. Emergency crews are headed to the scene there, and it's going to delay you quite a bit. Even though it's a holiday, we are seeing a lot of backup, especially behind this crash, an overturned big rig northbound 710 Atlantic Boulevard. That signaler still in place through the Commerce area, and widespread rain currently happening across SoCal, and it's going to really slow you down. Right now, northbound 110 from 405, go ahead and give yourself 14 minutes, and your drive, oh, this is a live look at Mount Wilson. Barely see due to the fog and our weather conditions. Please be safe out there. Back to you, too.
All right, Samada.
FDR.
Thank you.
FDR's on the dime.
Hey, today's the
I
day.
knew it.
Yeah, FDR.
Yeah.
And the quarter?
And the quarter, it's Washington.
Washington, good job.
I thought you were going to call Maria a dime.
Who's on the 50-cent
dime
piece?
Whoever.
A 50-cent piece.
FDR.
Ooh.
No, Kennedy.
Kennedy. Yeah.
Today, President's Day, some businesses and services will be unavailable during the holiday. Federal government offices will be closed. Many public schools and universities will not be open, depending on the district. Who's staying open? The stock market will not conduct any trading. Banks will also be closed for the day. Postal service will also be closed. The USPS mail will not be delivered. So neither rain, nor sleet, nor snow, nor doom of light, but President's Day, they'll close. Most other businesses like grocery stores, restaurants, and big retail chains will remain open.
And movie theaters, too, right? All right, families across Little Saigon and Orange County, they're getting ready for the Lunar New Year.
Coco McAvoy live in Garden Grove with a closer look at their traditions. Chuk Nam Nam Noi.
I'm wearing red. for the new year.
Okay,
Did
you
you
threw
get
me
it?
off with that. I'm going to have to learn what that means.
Oh,
no,
come
I did
on.
not. I'm going to have to ask a friend here. I have plenty of friends right here. But happy Lunar New Year's Eve. We are here celebrating at Advanced Beauty College. I'm here with a bunch of friends having an amazing time. And I'm going to start with Bele here. So tell us about this spread.
I'm so excited to share this with you and the audience here. This is what we call bánh trưng. It's our traditional Vietnamese meal here for the Lunar New Year, and it has sticky rice and mung beans, and it's sticky because it's the cohesiveness, you know, of our culture. And this is one of my favorites here. It's called pâté chaud, and so in here can be pork or chicken. And of course, this symbolizes all the fruits and abundance in our culture.
Well, I love that. I love the meaning behind everything. And Ted, I want to ask you about the colors too. It's so vibrant.
Yeah, that is a festival of spring. It's about renewal. It's about brightness. It's about beauty. And it's all about bringing that home. And wherever we may be throughout the world, we always come home, both the living and our ancestors. And so the brightness and the color and the beauty is thanks to our good friend, Jolie of Tuni Designs, who made this all possible. And so her beauty and sharing it with the rest of the world. So we're so proud to be Vietnamese Americans, especially in Orange County, the largest population of Vietnamese outside of Asia. So welcome to Little Saigon, and we're so excited to be here.
Yes, so much to be proud about. And I'm here with Thomas as well. And we've seen so many volunteers setting up for a huge event this afternoon.
It's been a lot of hard work, I'm not going to lie. But it's been so great to watch both the youth and the older generation come together to create something really special for the community. We're so blessed to have ABC to really celebrate this new year. And I'll pass it on.
It's Advanced Beauty College. Not
Advanced Beauty.
Yes, Advanced Beauty College. So, and I'm here with Tom. So if you can talk about Advanced Beauty College.
Yes, Coco, Advanced Beauty College, we're honored to host this once again, annual tradition, and looking forward to bringing hundreds of people in the community today. Such an honor each year to co-host with this great group here.
Yeah. And we have something special for you and for spending the morning with us. Something that we did especially for you, Coco, and Armando, the camera person behind the scenes. So let's show it. So a big thank you.
Thank you for our Vietnamese calligraphy on it. Woo, Coco!
Beautiful.
So on the count of three, we're going to say Happy New Year. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy New Year!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that is so sweet.
I love this so
That is the nicest.
Thank you so much.
Now,
isn't this beautiful?
It is beautiful. Now, Coco, you have to learn it.
Yeah.
How do you say Happy New Year?
Okay, they want me to say. Is that what you were saying in the beginning of this, by the way?
Yes. Chuk nom nam moi.
Okay. So I need to learn how to say Happy New Year.
Okay. All right. So on the count of three, we're going to say Chúc mừng năm mới. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Chúc mừng năm mới.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, yes.
See?
I had some help, so hopefully you couldn't hear just my audio there.
You're a linguist.
You
You're
sound
good at
better than Bob,
languages.
that's for sure. Bob, you got it wrong. Sorry to say.
Bob, you're gonna
it
have
didn't
to
sound like how he said it.
He said Chuck. You said Chuck.
Yeah.
Bob got it wrong, actually.
Bob got it wrong.
You guys.
Mr. Castro, you know how to say it. We taught you. You have to come back here, and we're going to show you.
There you go.
And so you can say it correctly.
Okay. You also, Coco, have to try the food. They make amazing special foods here for
Oh my
Lunar
gosh,
New Year.
we've been talking about the food. We know they make amazing food.
Yes.
Yes. Definitely got to try it.
All right, we'll check in with you.
We're going to have our own celebration in-house today, too.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. Also this.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Adorable. Their legs may be short as you see, but look at them go. The 2026 Winter Corgi Nationals at the Santa Anita racetrack was packed with spectators and their fur babies over
So
the
cute.
weekend. About 100 corgis were signed up for the race.
Watch number 5.
Okay.
What does it take to get ready for this?
A lot of practicing, rest, treats, motivation, and all the above, you know? Just here to have a good time.
Number 5.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
Number 5.
He's like, bye.
He's like, bye.
Cute.
There were 10 heats for judges to whittle it down to declare one of them top dog. Natty, the Corgi, came in first place. Captain in second place, and Emmett in third.
How adorable.
They are so cute.
You know, whenever you're out and you see a Corgi, you just stop and go, Corgi! And their little
I always think of the
tail.
Queen for some reason.
Yeah, that's her dog.
That was her dog.
I know.
Yeah. And like Paris Hilton with the teacup chihuahuas.
Right.
It's a big community, actually, the Corgi community.
The Corgi community?
They do. They have like meetups and stuff. There's one in Long Beach every year. Like, and I was
right.
in Long Beach once, and I saw just like another Corgi, hey, another Corgi, another Corgi.
And it was a Corgi convention.
It's a whole Corgi.
Look at that. Oh, so cute. Extra good morning to all you dog owners on this President's Day. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Yikes. An AI video is raising alarm bells here in Hollywood about what the future and TV of movies would also look like. Take a look at this. This is a 15-second clip that you're seeing right now, featuring the likeness of Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt having an elaborate fistfight. This is not the real Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, which if you look at it close enough, you can tell. But again, if you're just glancing, it does look like the two A-listers, right? So an Oscar-nominated filmmaker shared this video saying he put in a 2-line prompt into an AI generator called C-Dance 2.0. He then shared the video as a warning of what AI is capable of doing. We're seeing it for ourselves right here. SAG-AFTRA and the Motion Picture Association are calling for way stronger rules, warning that misused AI threatens creative jobs. The SAG-AFTRA union is also pushing new contract terms to protect real performers. This is super scary because not only is it their likeness, it's the physicality. They can make them do something they wouldn't want to do.
And their voice.
Their voice, you can change it now, make people say things that they would never say. So this is definitely a wake-up call to the industry.
The thing is, though, the genie's out of the bottle. It's hard to put it back, right? AI is out there, and it's going to live with us, be with us forever. So what are they going to do in terms of reining it back to make sure that everyone's protected?
That's a good question. I think that they're trying to, as soon as they figure out a solution, something else kind of pops up, and I think they're trying to keep up with how fast AI is moving.
I did this part on a series once, and they wanted to change what I said, so they had me go back to the studio and had to revoice something. But now, this day and age, you can just get AI to just change it, right?
Yeah, of
so
course.
like they basically like take your likeness or your voice, and they just do whatever they want. They don't pay you.
The day rate it takes to record that again. I know.
That's why people are losing money. Exactly.
More jobs.
Yeah. So hopefully the union can have some better, you know, precautions in place. Guardrails in place and precautions for that. Ryan Gosling will be back to host SNL on March 7th, but he's showing love to SNL cast member and Is It Cake host Mikey Day before he does.
Before that, I'm actually calling not to talk about work, just to say Happy Valentine's Day. I love you.
Okay.
You know?
So did you say Valentine's Day?
Yeah. You know, like there's Galentine's Day, and then there's Valentine's Day, and it's for pals. Valentine's Day. You know?
Oh.
It's like a day where guys can be emotionally honest with each other and just, you know, say I really love you.
Ryan's promoting his new movie, Project Hail Mary, where he plays an astronaut on a mission to save humanity.
By the way, this is from Eva Mendez's Instagram. Look at that. On the corner.
Mendez's, huh? Eva Mendes?
Eva Mendez.
Yeah, Mendez's. I love it.
Yeah.
What would you do? There's that trend where guy friends just call each other to go, hey, I just wanted to call you to say goodnight.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
So, you know, I think it's cute.
It's cute.
So our poll today is, do you believe in aliens? And I just want to give a shout out to the 67% of you that are what I say as well. Yes, we're not alone. In second place, we've got maybe. So there's a chance. Go to foxla.com/vote. That is Sandra over there.
How can there not be in the vast infinite universe? How can there not be?
I want to see proof. I want to see hardcore evidence. You know,
we exist. Yeah.
Yeah, we exist. And if there's like millions of other galaxies out there, like God exists.
That's right. Star Wars.
Right?
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Star Trek, The Final Frontier.
Get with
Yeah,
it.
we'll see. Get with it.
8:44 is your time. We do have a special guest this morning in honor of President's Day. He wrote a book called Presidential Road Trips with great ideas for patriotic getaways. We'll share a few with you. First, a check of traffic.
And Good Daily Traffic is sponsored by Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.com. We've been talking about the storm, and it is here. It continues to grow and push out further towards the IE in Orange County, where it's right now drier, but the rain is adding to a lot of traffic impacts. Latest collision, southbound side of the 405 at Rosecrans Avenue. 2 vehicles collided there, taking away the fast lane, and it has you slow through the LAX area. And this alert remaining in place at least till about 9:30 northbound 710 Atlantic Boulevard, where an overturned big rig is blocking lanes. And this collision we had eyes on. 3 vehicles collided here westbound 118 at San Fernando Road. Reminder, please slow it down out there. We don't want you to hydroplane, and the roads continue to be slick all throughout the morning and the afternoon and into the evening hours. It's mostly Friday light. At least you're traveling. Just go and give yourself 14 minutes from downtown to the west side. Please be careful out there. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
I looked up and just ran.
Maybe we need to seek somebody who does have the expertise to be able to guide us through the process.
If you're getting to an accident,
you're in good hands by dealing with Jacob and Ron.
Call Jacob.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. This weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. And yes, we are seeing the rain falling now in a lot of areas. Light to moderate rainfall, occasionally heavy in some of those areas points north. It is President's Day holiday, so hopefully you are inside and not outside getting pounded by the rain. We do expect heavier rain this afternoon and this evening, so if you can stay in, please, that would be a great idea. This is the first system of a series of storms that we're watching. This is going to move in, bring us the heaviest of the rain, I think, today to tonight, and this will give us high impacts with flooding, strong gusty winds, mountain snow, and the potential for even some thunderstorms and weak tornadoes. Through the week, 2 to 4 inches for the coast and valleys, 4 to 8 inches of rain for the mountains, and 1 to 3 feet of snow possible above 6,000 feet. Now, again, there's one behind this one for tomorrow night into Wednesday, and another one behind that for Wednesday into Thursday. So we have a slew of weather alerts in place, including flood watches. We've got winter storm warnings and watches for the mountains, and wind warnings as well for those potentially damaging winds getting up to 60, even 70 miles an hour in some of those wind-prone areas up to the mountain locations as well. 61 degrees for the coast. You can see how it's going to stay chilly. There might be a little bit of a break Friday, Saturday, Sunday before another weak system moves in next week. We'll wait and see if that materializes. But 58 for downtown LA today, so definitely will need that jacket and the rain boots if you are heading out. Stay in if you can. 59 for the valleys and the Inland Empire. As you can see, you're staying well below average. The mountains, we definitely have some snow in the forecast, and that snow level dropping to 4,000 feet by late tomorrow into Wednesday. Travel up to the mountains very treacherous, so please make sure you check with road conditions. 51 in the high desert to today 68 in Palm Springs. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. On this President's Day, the Richard Nixon Library in Yorba Linda is offering half-price admission from 10 to 5. Presidential reenactors will bring history and civics to life by sharing stories from their administrations and answering questions throughout the day. There's also a new exhibit there called America 250, A More Perfect Union, celebration of America's 250th birthday coming up this July. Our next guest has some memorable ways to celebrate the presidents. Travel expert and author Bill Cleveland visited nearly every historical presidential site in the country for his new book, Presidential Road Trips, and here he is with some of the coolest stops you can visit. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Swinging by here.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with Lyndon Johnson's, is this his birthplace here in Texas?
So the home, his ranch, the Lyndon Johnson Ranch. So what I try to do in the book is give people some great ideas for places to go, but I also try to include some fun stories. So Lyndon Johnson, this is kind of humorous. He had a car. Okay. It was one of these cars that goes on land and on water. And one
they had these back then?
Yes. And what's so funny, so and there it is right there. And so apparently, apparently Lyndon Johnson, his routine, he would invite people out to the ranch, journalists, dignitaries, things like that. And his deal was he would tell the Secret Service agent while they're in the car, hey, have we had a chance to check the brakes on this thing? And inevitably, the Secret Service agent, no, Mr. President, we haven't had a chance. And as he's telling them this, the car is headed toward a lake on the property, and hilarious. He would go right into the water, and people would freak out.
Joke. Yeah, it's not too far from the library, which is in Austin, right?
Texas,
so he's just outside of Austin.
Stonewall, Texas, about an hour or so.
About outside of there. And if you drive through Texas, you see the blue bonnets done by Lady Bird Johnson also. Really beautiful drive.
Absolutely.
You also recommend going to the Truman Library. This is in Missouri.
In Missouri, in my home state of Missouri, yeah. So one of the funny things that I found during this tour was that Truman would actually answer the phones at the library. So you have to think back when it first opened. He had an office there, and you can see it there, and they've got it all glassed off just the way it was when he would go and work there. But, back in the day, they didn't have answering machines or, those types of things. And so Truman would just answer the phone. So some random guy or gal would call in, wanting directions or, whatever. Is there a discount this weekend or whatever? And he would just talk to people. And people had no idea that they were talking to the President of the United States.
That's hilarious. But although I don't know how much different it is today. When I was at the Clinton Library, I was telling you in Little Rock also, as I walked in, I joked around, where's Bill? And they said, you know what, he was just here. like yesterday.
Had an office there.
So, like, you know, like they do head over and they become, you know, sort of like, you know, regular citizens in a way. Regular.
Trying to answer the phones.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're going to take us to Pennsylvania. This is Eisenhower's home?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite presidential sites, Dwight Eisenhower's home. It's in Gettysburg. A lot of people don't know. They go to Gettysburg. They don't know that there's a presidential home there. But what I think is pretty fascinating, pretty interesting, you see the bedroom there of Dwight and Mamie Eisenhower. So Mrs. Eisenhower loved the color pink. And everything in the house, pretty much everything in the house, including the bedroom, is pink. And if you can imagine, you know, here we have Eisenhower, this is
general.
Right. Yeah.
Military guy.
Having to sleep in a pink bedroom. And when you take a tour through the home and you look, even the bathroom, like the towels are pink. Everything is pink. So I always thought that was kind of humorous that, that he had to live with that.
It's kind of like they deal with such big stuff, and at the end of the day, he was just like, you know, just whatever you want to do.
Whatever, keep the wife happy.
He knows who the boss is, really, at home, right? And then you're taking us to Georgia. Of course, we just lost Jimmy Carter, and Plains, Georgia. Now people are heading there to really check out Jimmy Carter's life.
Yeah, and I didn't know what to expect when I went to Plains, Georgia. It's a really sweet, adorable little town. You can go into Jimmy Carter's bedroom. There it is, of the house that he grew up in. You can go into the place where he did his 1978 campaign, train depot. They turned into a campaign headquarters. You can tour that. You can go into his grade school, and then eventually you'll be able to actually go into his home.
Wow.
It was dedicated, or it was given.
I did like his presidential library, too, if you have a chance to go see that in Atlanta also. And really quickly, only about a minute left, but you have a recommendation for people, if you're in the Washington, D.C. area, you can't get into the White House because you got to get that appointment way ahead of time, but there's another thing you can do?
Yeah, right across the street from the White House, there's a really cool museum. It's called the People's House. And so you go through there. They've got this really cool miniature display of the White House. You can look into all of the different rooms, lots of interactive exhibits, and you can kind of learn all of the ins and outs of the White House. And there's a replica Oval Office.
I did not know this.
Yeah, just open.
That's pretty amazing. What's cool about that, because if you do the general nickel-dime tour of the White House, you don't get to go upstairs, obviously, because there's people living up there and stuff like that. So this, I'm sure you can go through all areas of the White House.
It's very cool. It's really, really cool.
All right. Bill Cleveland, thank you so much.
Thanks
we appreciate it. That was awesome. You can pick up a copy of Presidential Road Trips on Amazon. He's got it right there. Check out travel stories and road trip inspiration on his website, BillOnTheRoad.com. Happy President's Day.
Same to you.
All right, we'll be right back. Yeah, we always like to do these fun. It's funny because like a lot of times when you go into like even like the Carter Library, I think they were like we were watching a movie and they were like. I'm Bob DeCastro. Yeah, we're talking about our latest winter storm. It is underway right now. We've got live team coverage for you, including evacuation warnings to tell you about in the burn scar areas. First, let's get to Maria with a look at the forecast and how this storm is tracking. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. It is actually on track. This is what we talked about earlier this morning and also last week as we were watching those computer models. Those AI models are really getting more and more on top of it, and the accuracy is really, really good. We're looking at now widespread rain across LA County, Ventura County. You can see that we're picking up some of those yellows and orange returns. Those are some of the heavier rain cells that are embedded with this system that's beginning to move in. Parts of Orange County now getting some of those light showers, and we're also getting a little bit of snow up at the higher elevations. This is all part of a big area of low pressure. You can see how the rain goes all the way to the north into Northern California. We do have the main cold front still here to our west, and that's going to make its way inland today with the heaviest of the rain really starting to fall now through this evening. So if you can stay indoors, it would be a good idea to do so. And if you have to do some work, hopefully you can work from home. Temperatures ranging from 55 currently in Ontario, 58 in Santa Ana, 54 in downtown LA. Big Bear, it's in the upper 30s right now, 59 in Palm Springs. Still pretty quiet out towards the low desert, but eventually it will get rain there. 68 degrees there, 51 in the high desert, 42 up into the mountains. There is a lot of instability with this system. There's a chance for some thunderstorms, and with that comes the chance for some water spouts, weak tornadoes, even some funnel clouds, and some weak tornadic rotation. So that is all in the forecast today into tonight. 58 degrees for downtown LA. Thunderstorms possible with the lightning and thunder, heavy rain, and also some high surf as we get through the day today. We'll talk more about the forecast, show you the rest of the week coming up in just a few moments. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. For those people who are in the valley who are worried about flooding, sandbags are available right now.
We've got Gigi live in Toluca Lake with a look at the situation there. Oh, it is coming down, Gigi.
It is. It's been raining for about an hour. Not too heavy, but definitely steady. We are seeing some pretty strong wind gusts occasionally. And you mentioned sandbags. They are here at LA City Fire Station number 86 on Vineland, free for the taking. And you've got plenty of sand, too, if you need it today. Thankfully, we do not have any burn scar areas here in the San Fernando Valley, but there's always a concern for debris and mud flow. The biggest concern, of course, traffic accidents. Thankfully, it is a holiday for so many people, so traffic has been on the lighter side, and so have the accidents again. Thankfully, the LA City Fire officials warning, though, to be prepared. And as Maria said, if you can stay home today on this rainy day, maybe you light up the fireplace and you stay inside because it is chilly. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, go get dry. Thank you so much. The powerful storm bringing with it also, as Gigi mentioned, the threat of thunderstorms, flash floods, and mudslides.
That's right. Let's go to Rachel Aragon in Altadena for details on evacuation warnings. Rachel.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, and what a difference 1 hour makes. It's really coming down now in Altadena as about 30 or 40 minutes ago. We're definitely seeing the wind also pick up here as well. Well, take a look. This is what we're talking about when we talk about areas of concern, the burn scar areas. That means parts of Pasadena, of course, Altadena, and the Palisades and Malibu area as well. The reason why they're concerning is because there's also an increased risk of mud flow as well as debris. National Weather Service, again, stressing if you're able to stay inside, warning sign today. It is not the day to do any kind of outdoor activity, not just the rain, but also the potential for thunderstorms as well. Well, earlier we heard from city officials here in Pasadena. They don't believe there'll be any issues today or tomorrow. However, they're still cautioning residents to be extra careful and evacuate if needed. Take a listen.
We encourage people, don't wait till last minute. If you need to evacuate or you're told to evacuate, do so early. If you have existing medical conditions, young kids, pets that you need to pack up that may take longer, do so early. Get out in a reasonable time frame.
She's also reminding folks in Pasadena that the Pasadena fire stations 37 and 38 will have sandbag distribution. Back here live in Altadena, there's one here as well off of Mountain View Street. But now that the rain is coming down, a reminder again for folks to watch out for that flooding, especially areas that we know are prone to flooding. And just do take it slow out there if you have to drive this morning and especially this afternoon. Pretty live this morning. I'm Rachel Aragon. Send it back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, Rachel, thank you. Parts of Topanga Canyon Boulevard were shut down ahead of the big storm today. As of late last night, State Route 27 is closed from PCH to Grandview Drive due to debris flow, threats, and flooding concerns. As for when it's expected to reopen, Caltrans says it depends on improved weather and road conditions.
All right, on to this story now. Savannah Guthrie shares a new message for hope as a piece of evidence found near the scene of her mother's disappearance could provide some answers.
We've got Caroline Elliott joining us live from Tucson, Arizona with the latest there. Caroline.
Yeah, Bob, Sandra. So there's a lot to break down in this case, including that DNA results that the family and investigators are now waiting on. But we do want to start off with some breaking news with a new message from the president in this case. So in the last hour, President Trump told the New York Post that he would ask the Department of Justice to seek the death penalty in this case if it is found out that Nancy Guthrie was killed. Now, we do know that for the family, it's been more than 2 weeks since they last saw her alive. But at this time, the family is still trying to be positive and hold on to hope.
It is never too late to do the right thing.
In newly shared video to social media, Savannah Guthrie says her family has not lost any hope as the search for her 84-year-old mom enters its third week.
We believe in the essential goodness of every human being. And it's never too late.
The FBI says DNA has been recovered from a glove found about 2 miles from Nancy's Tucson home. The agency says it appears to look like the one worn by the suspect captured on surveillance video outside the home.
DNA is not like a TV show where you get the results within no time and you figure out who did it by the end of the show. DNA is it takes time.
If the DNA is a match, it could help investigators identify the individual described as a man between 5'9" and 5'10" with an average build.
Officers will receive leads. They're going to, beat those down to their ultimate end.
Investigators are still going through tens of thousands of tips and potential evidence after conducting multiple late-night searches over the weekend with no arrests. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos says more operations are expected in the coming days.
And the FBI says it did receive preliminary DNA results on Saturday. And from there, investigators will put it into CODIS, which is the FBI's national database they use to compare and identify DNA. Now, we're told from there it's a pretty quick process. It could even take as long as 24 hours. So if it is a match, we could very well have some kind of answers here on the ground soon. Bob, Sandra.
So as we get into week 3, I was curious, Caroline, from your perspective, the world's attention is on this case right now, but is the media interest in here starting to die down a little bit? You had that official over the weekend saying, look, for you internet sleuths that are out there, people who are just trying to solve this case on their own, they got some other crazy people out there, he's telling people to stay home. But what are you seeing out there in terms of the media coverage of this?
Yeah, Bob, from our perspective, again, we have been parked in front of Nancy Guthrie's home for about 10 days now. This is not dying down. at all. And we'll even add, we're noticing more media out here, and we're noticing the teams that are out here are adding team members here on the ground. So again, we're seeing a lot of media coverage out here. You mentioned some of the comments online as well, as this case is getting a lot of attention, not just in the U.S., but really around the world. Bob?
And I don't know, Caroline, if you know, but the breaking news you started your report with about President Trump saying that he would seek the death penalty in this case should circumstances reveal itself that Nancy Guthrie did not survive this. Do you know what sparked that question or answer? Because that's pretty premature at this point, correct?
Yeah, Sandra, it's unclear what caused this conversation. We do know it appears that was a phone call between a New York Post reporter and President Trump. We hope for the family's sake that they are getting ahead of this, because we know at this time the family's still really holding on to hope, saying that they do believe their mom is still alive. But as always, there's a lot of things that investigators do not make public in an active investigation. So we'll have to see how this plays out.
All right. We appreciate your coverage, Caroline, and you stay on top of this. Thank you so much.
On to this now. A jewelry store clerk in Montclair takes a huge risk when an armed robber threatens her.
Yeah, so surveillance video shows her fighting back. Here's that surveillance footage. It was just before closing time at Fast Fix Jewelry inside the Montclair Mall when a man who was wearing a mask asked an employee to see an item. He then steps out of the store and then quickly comes back. So the employee, sisters with the owner, doesn't open the case. The man was armed with a gun and a taser. The employee, who is also the owner's sister, fought back as she is being tased. He tries to run out when a shopper helps and hits him over the head with a food court chair.
And then he dropped off the floor. He broke the glass, took it couple, and then he broke his hand.
Disappointed, terrified, to be honest, at the same time too as well. But then what are you gonna do? This is the industry that we're in.
No suspect has been arrested. The family-owned store now faces a massive loss.
Oh, good thing she's okay. A small plane crashed in Camarillo last night, sending 2 people to hospitals. The plane landed upside down in a drainage ditch near Carmen Drive and Co Street. Ventura County firefighters quickly rescued 2 people trapped inside. Both are in critical condition. Authorities are investigating what caused the single-engine plane to go down.
Funding for the Department of Homeland Security has expired, and Congress did not act to fund the agency by the end of Friday. It's raising concerns about disruptions to airport and airport security, disaster response, and coastal operations. Congress is out for the week, and Democrats and Republicans continue to place blame on each other for failing to reach a deal on DHS funding. Democrats say the White House's offer in a compromise fell short of their demands, particularly on ICE reforms. But the Trump administration says that Democrats are being unreasonable in some of their stipulations, arguing that they should also be willing to make concessions.
The only way to ensure that ICE is actually reined in and brought under control, consistent with what the American people would like to see, is to change things dramatically, boldly, meaningfully through legislation. And that's what this showdown is all about.
We have to protect law enforcement, our police, our Border Patrol, ICE, and others in law enforcement. And I'm very much, look, I know what they want. I know what they can live with.
Several DHS agencies, including TSA and FEMA, could now face disruptions, with thousands of agents possibly required to work without pay.
All right, coming up next, Amanda's here with some fun news about Charlie's Angels.
Also, be careful on the roads. We're talking about the rain, the storm that's coming through. We've got snow in the mountains as well.
Yes, that's right. We've got some traffic here related to the rain, but thankfully it's a holiday. Good Daily Traffic brought to you by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. As we take a look at our wide map here, you can see how we've got some moderate to heavy showers now falling. So yeah, not a bad idea to stay in, most definitely, if you can. There's this accident on the 210 westbound. The left lane is blocked. You can see the backup here all the way back to Lowell Avenue. As we take a look at one of our live traffic cameras, You can't really see. I think this is our Mount Wilson camera, maybe. But oh no, it's Long Beach. Thank you. See, it's hard to tell, but this is our Long Beach camera, and you can see we're definitely seeing some of that cloud cover and quite a bit of moisture. Westbound 10 freeway between the 5 to the 405. It looks good. Actually, people are heeding the advisories and warnings and staying off the road. 14 minutes there. North 110 between the 405 to the 10, 14 minutes. Westbound 60, a little more volume. 57 to the 5 here, 26 minutes. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DT LA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
Look at that! Carnival kicked off in Rio de Janeiro with the Samba Schools Parade at the Samba Drome last night. The world-famous parade competition is one of the top attractions of the annual Carnival celebrations. The Samba Drome has been home to the parade since the 1980s. It's now a symbol of Brazil's Carnival festivities.
I want to go one day.
Christine Devine is there.
Oh,
I've been watching her stories, and posts on Instagram and social media. It looks amazing.
Well, she has Brazilian lineage, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I want to go too. Look at that. Wow.
They say Brazilian women are the most beautiful women in the world.
Who's they?
I mean, just
they say.
They. the collective.
They are beautiful.
They are so beautiful and such a beautiful culture. I really want to go. The Secret Agent actually even ignited that wanderlust for me to go even more.
I've been to Rio de Janeiro.
Carnival too?
Not to Carnival. I'd like to go.
Yeah.
What I do like about them is just like a very free, like a liberated society.
Yeah.
Right? And people go on the beach, no one's wearing any clothes.
Oh.
Were you?
Did you partake?
I wear my regular board shorts. But people wear, everyone wears Speedos. Everybody.
Yeah. So they knew you were American.
Right, they knew you're American. Or
Right away.
bikinis, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, like every shape, size, whatever.
Yeah.
They just do
The
it.
body is beautiful.
Is that why they call it the Brazilian,
Yeah.
when you go?
Yeah.
That's probably why, because
Probably why. Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's called that for a reason. It's everywhere.
That's the reason.
Yeah, that's
because
the reason.
no one's wearing anything.
I'm sure, yeah. Good morning to you. Have we broken the ice? You know, a little icebreaker on this Monday, this rainy Monday. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Listen, I saw lots of posts with the girlies out to the movies together and the couples out together, Galentine's and Valentine's Day weekend. Of course, Wuthering Heights opening on this weekend was sure to be a success.
Why did you leave me?
Why did I leave you? Why did you betray your own heart?
Emily Bronte giving us the greatest love story.
Why did I leave you?
Yeah, why did I leave you? Bob, you're actually going to be in the next one.
Ooh,
The sequel.
Heights?
Wutheringer Heights.
Or
Yeah.
Wuthering Lows.
Wuthering.
Withering Lows.
Wuthering Heights starring Bobby. Margot Robbie and Bobby. That would be a good one. And Jacob Elordi, though, star in the film. Oh, this scene got me. Yep. And it made $82 million at the global box office. I mean, we're not surprised at all that the film did so well, but we know what did surprise us collectively in the newsroom. It was the second spot winner. Oh, by the way, young Jacob Elordi was the young boy in Adolescence. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
I knew you'd peep
caught
that. Yeah, he played the younger Heathcliff in the film. So yeah, it's going to come around again.
That boy.
So talented for being so young, a teenager. Yeah. So okay, let's go to the second spot. That was the GOAT.
Don't belong here, goat. You're too small.
My mom told me if anyone could change the game, it was me. And I want her to be right.
Oh, okay, all my millennials out there, even Gen Xers, did this not give us Space Jam vibes? Remember that movie? The animated adventure GOAT, starring the voices of Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things, Gabrielle Union, and many would say an actual NBA GOAT, Steph Curry, earned $47.6 million worldwide. That's really good for an opening weekend of a film that doesn't have like a familiar title like Zootopia or Inside Out. So really good. It's just about a small goat with big dreams who gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot to join the pros and play Roarball, which is a high-intensity, co-ed, full-contact sport dominated by the fastest and fiercest animals in the world. And in this case, Roarball is basketball in this case.
It's probably why they keep cranking out these animated films.
Oh, yeah.
Because
they do so
it's
well.
probably relatively more inexpensive than producing a big soaring film like Wuthering Heights, right? And they do so well. I mean,
They do so well, and it even gets Sandra to go to the movies.
Right.
You saw my kids want to go.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen this one yet. It was funny, though. I saw a little clip of the kiss cam, which, you know, people can appreciate the funny. Yeah.
Have you ever been on a kiss cam?
No.
No.
Have you?
No, but I've been on the Jumbotron before, but never the kiss cam.
Right.
Yeah.
Goals.
Goals. One day.
Well, the kiss cam is different these days. You know, you never know what's going to pop up.
That's true.
Right?
Okay, you ready?
Charlie.
Wait, you gotta have. Wait, I gotta go like this.
Okay, I'll be in the middle.
Yes! We're doing our best Charlie's Angels. Why, you ask? I mean, why not? But why? Because Charlie's Angels is getting a reboot. It's on the way, baby.
Good morning, Angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
See, now, which
so
Charlie's
good.
Angels do you think of when I say Charlie's Angels? Do you think of this one with Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu? Or do you think of the one with
original.
Farrah Fawcett
Well, they were
Jackie
both good.
Smith and Kate Jackson? Well, just so you know, the original Charlie's Angels TV show ran for 5 seasons from 1976 to 1981. And then, as you see, Sony made 2 Charlie's Angels movies in 2000 and 2003 with Drew, Cameron, and Lucy, of course. So the central trio is iconic, and a new movie will be written by a man named Peter, who brought us Crazy Rich Asians, Now You See Me Too, The Proposal, and the animated film GOAT that just hit theaters. Talk about well-rounded, huh?
Yeah.
It's still in its early stages, but we can all safely assume it's going to be about 3 women working as private detectives for a mysterious wealthy benefactor named Charles Townsend, who communicates with them only via speakerphone, but maybe now it'll be through text or device. Yeah. You know, they solve crimes, they fight the bad guys, and they go undercover on some pretty dangerous missions. So any future cast picks that you would have for the reboot? I think Zendaya, maybe a Selena Gomez would be good in this new one. What do you think?
I love Lucy Liu. We got to have diversity, though, right?
That's true. I would love Charlie XCX as Charlie. A little bit of a brat, you know, a different spin on Charlie. She's like, "Hello, angels. Let me see you shake it. Drop it now." You know, I'd see that. Anyone else you see?
I'm not good at this.
I also think Ken Jeong would be a funny Charlie.
That'd be good. Or Bosley.
Or Bosley.
It'd be a good Bosley.
Yeah. I think it has to have some humor to it for sure. All right, so let's check in on our poll question all about aliens and if you believe in aliens. Wow, it went up. It went up, Sandy. Did you end up voting yes?
No.
Okay.
I'm still a maybe.
She's still a maybe.
Show me proof.
FoxLA.com/vote to let us know if you believe in aliens. Saul, our stage manager, do you believe in aliens? Sure. Okay, Saul does.
There's an alien among us. By the way, the actress who played in the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Claire Danes? Romeo and Juliet.
No, the recent one.
Chase Infinity.
Yes.
Would be great.
Yes.
Great cast
Charlie's
pick.
Angels.
Yes. Good
Okay,
job.
good. Okay.
Great cast pick. I was in a Wuthering Heights mindset, so I went to Romeo and Juliet.
You gotta get someone funny though. Someone has to be a.
No, but also someone who can kick butt.
Yeah.
Someone who's funny can't kick butt?
No, I said also.
What about Nikki Glaser?
Yeah.
She'd be good.
Yeah, in there too. Okay.
Okay, thanks for your contribution of a name. Well, I haven't yet to hear one.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, think about it in the commercial break.
Bob wants to be an angel, right?
He does.
You'd be good.
I would. Pay me. I'll do it.
All right.
The Benjamin.
Right. Up next, a surprising moment at the NBA All-Star Game featuring the Obamas.
We'll show you what happened. What about Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. This weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casinos. Oh my goodness, it is coming down outside. This is the view of our Mount Wilson camera, I believe. I can't tell just because it's really socked in with the clouds and the fog. We've got the President's Day holiday today, and thank goodness it is a holiday because I think a lot of people are heeding the advisories and warnings and are staying in because of the rain, and it is getting heavier out there depending on where you are. Heavy rain expected certainly by this afternoon for all and this evening as well. This is all related to the first of a series of storm systems that I'm watching. This is our west coast here. I'm not sure why this button is not working. Hold on for 1 second. I'm going to go push this other button. But yes, we are anticipating the first of a series of storm systems that will be bringing us some of that heavy rain today. The models are pointing to the chance for some thunderstorms today into tonight. That can give us some weak tornadoes, some spin, some funnel clouds, even some water spouts offshore. So you really need to stay alert. In addition to the heavy rain that can cause a lot of ponding on the road and flooding as well with these heavy rainfall rates that we're expecting, perhaps embedded in some of the thunderstorms that we're forecasting, that can trigger those mud and debris flows and certainly the vulnerable hillsides that have been recently burned. So you really want to stay alert, especially if you live in these areas. Another system moving in tomorrow night into Wednesday. This is going to be a colder storm, which is going to help bring that snow level, which is at 7,000 feet right now, down to as low as 4,000 and 3,000 feet. Another one behind that, Wednesday and Thursday. So we have a slew of weather alerts, including high wind warnings for potentially very damaging winds. We have severe thunderstorm warnings. That means that these winds, these storms are either occurring or is imminent when we get the warning. Winter storm warning, similar conditions with that drive up to the high country. Please be extra careful. We have a flood watch and flood advisory already for big portions of Ventura and LA County for the rain that's falling now. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall certainly possible over the next several days. There are the wind advisories and warnings with wind gusts expected to near 60, even 70 miles an hour. Here's the winter storm warning. All the areas shaded in the pink, of course. If you are planning to head up to the high country, please bring that extra emergency gear in case you get stuck in your vehicle, and be sure to check the latest road conditions. Just dial 511 for that. Strong rip currents in the water, so of course I caution you about even just going to the coast and the shore with the flooding, coastal flooding related to the high surf rolling in. 58 degrees today for downtown LA, and here's your day planner for Riverside. We've got some showers starting to get into the Inland Empire, getting heavy with the rain and more widespread as we get to the afternoon. Thousand Oaks, it is raining pretty hard now, actually. We've got the rain all through the afternoon hours and into this evening and tonight. Big Bear, we're still waiting on some of that precipitation, but by around 11, 12 o'clock, we are going to get some rain and then some snow up above 6,000 feet. I'll show you the 70 forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Now to the NBA All-Star Game, where Clippers star Kawhi Leonard put on quite a show in his home arena. There was a new format this year. If you notice, the U.S. against the world in a 3-team round-robin tournament. The first 3 games were all nail-biters, including an epic clash between Team Stripes and the world. Kawhi exploded for 31 of the team's 48 points. He lifted Team Stripes to the final against Team Stars, but Team Stars dominated in the end, with Anthony Edwards making it an MVP game.
And Barack and Michelle Obama were there. They were courtside for the game, leading to a fun moment. Look at this.
Early, Jokic got the deflection out of bounds.
Look at Barack.
Mr. President Barack Obama.
He's even cool when the ball's coming at him. No problem.
Look at him. Look, just crossed the
I like how they just call him Barack. Look at Barack. Mr. President, loose ball headed straight toward the Obamas, and Mr. Obama caught it with a smile. He then handed the ball back to Phoenix Suns player Devin Booker, creating an unforgettable moment. All right, let's check on the latest medal count for the Winter Olympic Games in Italy. Norway leading the pack with 26 medals, including 12 gold. Wow, Italy right behind with 22 medals, and Team USA is in third with Japan with 17 medals. Team USA currently has 5 gold medals. The Dodgers' mission for a three-peat is officially on. Pitchers and catchers reported to camp in Glendale, Arizona.
Shohei Ohtani is starting the spring as a healthy pitcher for the first time as a Dodger. Shohei has a long career list of accolades, of course, including being named MVP 4 times. But the major award that has eluded the best player in baseball is the Cy Young Award, which is awarded to the league's best pitcher. He spoke on hoping to win the honor, but more importantly, what winning the award would mean for his season.
If the end result is getting a Cy Young, that's great. Getting a Cy Young means like just being able to throw more innings and pitch throughout the whole season. So if that's the end result, that's a good sign for me, and that's what I'm more focused on, is just being healthy the whole year.
Regardless of my expectations for him, his are going to, exceed those. I think it's fair to say he expects to be in the Cy Young conversation. But we just want to be healthy and make starts, and all the numbers and statistics will take care of themselves. But man, this guy is such a disciplined worker, and expects the most from himself.
All right, now to the Angels. They are back to work in Tempe, Arizona. This will be Kurt Suzuki's first year managing the team. And after a 72-win season last year, he says his players will have to earn their roles this spring.
I feel like all these guys are fierce competitors. They want to come and be successful. They're working very hard to be the best version of themselves they can. And like we talked about, right? Open competition creates a lot of good things, So I want guys to come in hungry. I want guys that want to earn it and not take anything for granted. That's the message. Is you got to earn everything you get here.
Spring training ball games begin this week. The Dodgers and Angels will play in Tempe on Saturday.
All right, now to this story of a toddler who lived the dream of children everywhere by climbing and playing inside a claw machine. Check it out. That is so adorable. But look at the police standing nearby. This happened in St. Louis, and according to officials there, Cooper climbed into the claw machine while his family was watching his older brother's soccer game. 20 minutes later, the parents found out where he was. Cooper was safe, though, having a great time playing with the prizes in that machine. He was later freed thanks to the service technician from the claw machine company. But look at that police.
Yeah, that's funny. How do we get in there? And he doesn't
yeah.
seem bothered at all. He's not even worried that he's trapped inside. It's
oh,
like, oh, well,
my goodness.
This is heaven in here.
So cute. All right, coming up, we'll get back to our team coverage of the winter storm impacting us today.
Evacuation warnings taking place for our burn scar areas. Who's going to get it the worst? Maria is tracking the storm. We'll have more coming up.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. So we're watching the first of a series of storm systems. This is the first one. It is a big one. This is a widespread event with some heavy rain now beginning to move in. We talked about that cold front as it moves in. And we're going to talk about between now and 7 p.m. some really heavy rain, depending on where you are. And we're expecting quite a bit of rain, actually, 2 to 4 inches for the coast and valleys, upwards of 4 to 8 inches possible for the mountains and foothills. The impacts are quite high related to this first system, and we are talking about thunderstorm chances, a lot of instability, so not just flooding, ponding on the roadways, but flash flooding, and of course with these heavy rainfall rates that can trigger and cause those mud and debris flows and rock slides, especially those vulnerable hillsides that were recently burned. We're also expecting a chance for thunderstorms with some rotation, potentially some weak tornadoes and some thunderclouds possible later this afternoon, this evening. Strong gusty winds, damaging winds, potentially 50 to 60 plus miles per hour. And of course, the travel up to the mountains, really kind of sketchy. So you want to time it accordingly. We do have winter storm warnings in effect. So that means very hazardous travel conditions up there. Make sure you have your emergency gear if you do find yourself having to travel up to the mountains. 61 degrees today along our coast. We're going to see rain tapering off a little bit by the time we get to Thursday. But I do think the weekend is not too bad, a little damp, but definitely less unstable. 58 degrees for downtown LA with those strong storms today into tomorrow, and then a little more scattered as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. The bulk of the heavy stuff will be today. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. So for those in the valley who are worried about flooding, there are sandbags available.
We've got Gigi live in Toluca Lake, where the rain is coming down and quite windy out there as well. Gigi, good morning.
That's right. We definitely have been feeling those wind gusts that Maria Quaban has been talking about. And just a short while ago, the rain did get a bit heavy as a strong storm cell moved over Toluca Lake. It appears to be moving fast, though, which is a good thing. And, of course, Maria Quaban will have the official information for you coming up. We're at fire station number 86 here on Vineland near the 101 freeway in Toluca Lake, where there are plenty of sandbags, plenty of sand and shovels ready for you. Shall you need it? Should you need it. No rain, no burn scars here in the San Fernando Valley, thankfully, but there's always the concern. We do have our hills here. There's always the concern there could be some mud and debris flow. Stay safe, everyone. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you. And the big winter storm is finally arriving in the Southland this morning to all areas, especially the burn areas that are a big concern.
We've got Rachel live in Altadena with more on what we can expect there. Rachel.
Yeah, probably some more rain, of course, throughout the day. The rain has been coming down for the last hour or so. Of course, this is one of the main burn scar areas. The other area of concern being the Palisades and Malibu area as well. We know Pasadena and Altadena residents, some of them in these burn scar areas are warned to evacuate if they need to. The concern, of course, when we have this kind of rain, if not stronger, is potential for mudslides and debris flow as well. Behind me, we also have some sandbag distribution. And in Pasadena, we also have several other areas as well where people can pick up those sandbags. But the National Weather Service, of course, is saying if you can stay inside, just hunker down today. It is not the day for outdoor activity, not just because of the wet roads, but also because there are certain parts of LA County that are at risk for some thunderstorms as well. So stay inside today if you can afford to. And again, if you are driving out today, do take it slow out there. Pretty live this morning. I'm Rachel Aragon. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, Rachel, thank you. We're talking about the Lunar New Year. Celebrations are underway in Little Saigon.
Coco McAvoy live in Garden Grove with how the community is keeping traditions alive. Hi there, Coco.
Hey there, happy Lunar New Year's Eve, or Tet in Vietnamese. We are so happy to be here in Little Saigon. I am with Tom, also Dr. Kao, and I'm going to start with you. Tell us about this wonderful group.
First, happy Lunar New Year, and my name is Dr. Anthony Cao. We are the project group called Vietnamese Artists Friendship Club, or câu lạc bộ tình nghệ sĩ. And behind me, you guys see they are performing a song to showcase the Vietnamese culture and history. The name is called Vietnamese Historic Song. To proud to be the history of Vietnam throughout the course of 4,000 years. Hopefully you enjoy the show.
Yes, we definitely want to see part of the performance here. Look at how beautiful and wonderful the dancers are. And Tom, I'm here with you now. If you can talk about Advanced Beauty College that we're here right now.
Yes, well, good morning, Coco and everyone. Happy Lunar New Year. Chúc mừng năm mới, Year of the Fire Horse. So here we are at Advanced Beauty College right here in the city of Garden Grove. And Little Saigon is the epicenter for culture, media, economics. So, of course, we're honored to celebrate this and host this each year.
Tomorrow marks the year of the fire horse. Talk about what that means.
Oh, Year of the Fire Horse is a strong year. As you know, the horse represents strength, courage, independence. So we're all looking forward to ringing in this Year of the Fire Horse. You can see Fire Horse decor in the background. So today, everyone coming here, the hundreds of folks who will be coming here to celebrate with us, we're all ringing in the Year of the Fire Horse tomorrow.
Yes, and all week there'll be celebrations, right? Because on Saturday there'll be the parade as well.
That's right. The Westminster Tit Parade that we have each year, that'll be a big celebration right here in Little Saigon as well in Orange County. So yeah, really looking forward to just quite a few weeks of celebrations here.
Yes, and it's just wonderful. I felt so welcomed ever since I stepped foot here this morning. This is really a truly amazing community.
Well, thank you for being here, rocking your red, Coco, and being here and enjoying the festivities with us and trying the new Vietnamese foods and even saying Chúc mừng năm mới with us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, how amazing this truly is. Lunar New Year's Eve, an amazing group here performing. There will be all sorts of activities happening here this afternoon to ring in the New Year's Eve, and then tomorrow starts the Year of the Fire Horse. I'll send it back to you while we continue to watch this.
I know. Happy New Year to everyone. All the youngsters out there looking really good.
What a great performance.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. In honor of President's Day, the federal government is waiving entry fees to national parks across the country, including 9 right here in California. Whether it's the Misty Mountains or dramatic coastlines, you can get in without paying a dime. Other fees, such as camping reservations and boat launches, do still apply. This is the first of 10 fee-free days at national parks in 2026. The next is May the 25th, Memorial Day.
4 new astronauts are now orbiting the Earth on the International Space Station. Crew 12 include 2 Americans, 1 French, and a Russian. They will replace 4 astronauts who left the ISS early last month due to health concerns, which led to the first medical evacuation from NASA in 65 years of human space life. The astronauts will be on the ISS for the next 8 to 9 months. A wild moment was caught on camera during a college basketball game between Georgia and Oklahoma. Georgia was leading 11-7 when a popcorn machine bursted into flames there. Security cleared sections near the fire, which was put out by sprinklers. Now, you might think this would have caused a huge delay, but it didn't. The game was paused only for about 5 minutes. Oklahoma later won the game 94-78.
There's nothing worse than burnt popcorn.
Oh, yeah, that smell.
And what a waste. You know, like you're waiting for that bag to come out. You're like, darn it.
I know.
I put in there for like 30 seconds too long.
Too long. All right, up next, we're going to show you some tasty ways to celebrate Lunar New Year. Our next guest has some great ideas for you. Look at this. You don't want to miss it. Coming up after the break. Yum.
Mmm.
All right, let's take a look at one of our computer models as we watch the live radar. You can see that there's definitely rain falling there. This is our futurecast here as we watch this first storm of a series of storms I'm watching. So by the time we get to the lunch hour, 1 p.m., you can see a line of heavy rain moving into parts of Orange County, of course, up through parts of the high desert, getting ready to move into the Inland Empire. We've got widespread rain through the afternoon and evening commute, if you can call it that. Hopefully you are staying in, not having to go to work, not having to go to school today. The showers will continue into tonight, and then it starts to taper off a little bit, becoming more scattered, if you will, during the overnight hours. And then tomorrow morning, it'll be mostly light to moderate showers moving in, and then some breaks here and there, and then another system moving in tomorrow night into Wednesday. Now, this one will bring us, again, widespread rain, a lot of cold air with this second system, so that's going to bring our snow level down to about 3,000 to 4,000 feet. So as low as 3,000 feet, that can impact all of the mountain passes. So we are anticipating about 1 to 3 feet of snow through the next several days, up above 6,000 feet and a few inches down to the 4,000, 3,000 foot level. By Wednesday morning, you can see here that we're seeing some more breaks here. So it'll become more and more scattered. There is another impulse or another system moving in. It looks like the better part of Thursday looks good, but another system moving in Thursday into early Friday morning, and then we can kind of dry out a little bit. How much rain? Quite a bit. Through this afternoon, that's when the bulk of the rain will fall, about 1.3 inches possible in Burbank, a little over 1 inch in Santa Monica, maybe 1/2 inch near Corona. And then we're going to add to that with that next system moving in tomorrow into Wednesday. So total, as I've been talking about, the possibility of 2 to 4 inches for the coast and valleys, higher than that for the mountains and foothills. We could be talking about feet of snow as we get to the end of this week, 2 to 3 feet possible for our local mountains, which is great news for our local mountain communities. Valleys, Inland Empire, 59 today with those strong storms coming in. And then the mountains, we've got the heavy snow up above 6,000, 7,000 feet, and then that snow level lowering, and that snow will continue to fall near 4,000 feet. So that's going to impact our communities like Running Springs, Crestline, Wrightwood, up into those areas, and Snow Valley. 51 in the high desert, and as we get to Palm Springs in the low desert areas, 68 today with that inclement weather continuing to the better part of Thursday, and then we should see some more sunshine over the weekend. I'll send it back to you.
All right, we are ringing in a new year. That is the Lunar New Year, of course, and part of celebrating all that centers around a symbolic feast, each dish representing something different, such as luck and prosperity and union. So here to walk us through some of the traditions, our founder of D. Lee Designs, D. Lee, and Chef Chrissy Tinsey. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you, Ann.
This smells and looks so delicious, so beautiful. Dee, first of all, tell us about the Lunar New Year and how people ring in and celebrate the year of the fire horse.
So this year is a year of definitely momentum. So there's going to be a lot of speed and pace and everything, and a lot of bold action and everything. So that's what the fire means and all that. But also red is the color of luck, as you see here. And then we're going to have Chef Chrissy talk about this, what we call a reunion celebration dinner.
Ooh,
yes.
Okay. So everything symbolizes something, right?
Yes.
So it's important to eat everything.
Yes.
Tell us what you brought.
So we brought some dumplings. It represents wealth and prosperity because they look like Chinese gold ingots.
Oh.
Little pouches that hold yummy goodness inside. This is right here. We have fish, which represents surplus and abundance. Steamed fish, served whole. You'd also want to leave it whole after you eat it. Leave a little bit behind. To further. And then you have noodles, which represents long life.
Long life, that's
you
right.
want to slurp it when you eat it and not cut it, so that way it doesn't
You don't break the longevity, right?
Don't break longevity, exactly. We have some spring rolls, which represents wealth and prosperity as well. They look like gold bars. Yeah.
Gold, everything gold and red,
everything
right?
gold. We have whole duck. It represents wealth and prosperity. And fidelity, happiness, because they mate for life and they're very loyal. We have some Chinese, what do you call this?
Tangerines.
Tangerines, yes. And then we have sticky rice, which I made 2 different kinds. We have ube and we have black sesame. And this represents growth and success year after year.
And it's so pretty. I mean, I always say you eat with your eyes first,
Yes,
right? But
absolutely.
everything means so much, and you're a private chef. So you're very busy this time of year, making sure that everyone rings in the new Lunar New Year in the right way, eating all of this. And I love all the symbolism here and the decorations. As you can see, look at these beautiful cookies that can commemorate this Lunar New Year.
We had these custom made by Moe's Sweets because it's a year of the fire horse. You have a little gold pot here, and you have the Ong Bao, which is like a red envelope that we give out. But Lunar New Year is actually celebrated in not just China, it's celebrated in Vietnam, in Korea, Mongolia, Tibet, and it's also observed in like Malaysia, Singapore, and so many other countries, and the Philippines.
That's right. So if you're out and about around town and you see all of this, now you know that everyone is ready to ring in the new year. It's going to bring a lot of luck and, as you said, momentum going into the new year. And a way to celebrate is, of course, to present something of good luck to especially kids, right, and other family members.
Well, in this case, we wanted to present you this red envelope, Sandra. It has a Good Day LA logo on there. It was made by La Design Boutique. And typically what elders do is they bless it to the children or young adults who are not married. Sometimes business owners also offer this to their employees as a sign of like luck and forward movement for the new year. So we wanted to bless you with that.
Thank you so much. These are so beautiful, and inside always a little treat. Usually in the monetary form. So the kids will have a lot of cash going into the new year. This is so wonderful. Thank you so much for all of this. We're going to have so much more in terms of celebrating the fire horse this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back. Ooh, I can't wait to see what's inside.
Yeah, I want to say Kung Ki Fa Choi as well. Absolutely. We celebrated big time. I remember growing up in Hawaii. Oh my goodness. It was like everywhere, just firecrackers, fireworks everywhere for the Lunar New Year. So what are we expecting tomorrow? Well, we've got some wet weather, unfortunately, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's still a celebration for the Year of the Horse. We've got some clouds and some shower chances going into tomorrow, of course. The heaviest of the rain will be today, and we're watching a series of storms this week with severe weather today. Chances for thunderstorms, some thunder and lightning is possible, and of course, we have a possibility of a weak tornado here and there. So there's that risk for that, as well as some funnel clouds and water spouts offshore. We've got a colder storm that's arriving arriving tomorrow night into Wednesday with snow levels starting up high at around 6,000-7,000 feet today, dropping to around 3,000 to 4,000 feet. I mean, as low as 3,000 feet by tomorrow, late into Wednesday. So that's going to impact a lot of you if you are traveling, especially through the passes. 2 to 4 inches of rain for the coast and valleys, 4 to 8 inches for the mountains and foothills. All right, we'll be right back.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy President's Day, everybody.
President's Day.
Thanks for joining us at 10. The big story, of course, today is the weather, Maria.
That's right. That's right. And it is President's Day holiday. I know we were just talking about the Lunar New Year. So just a quick look at the forecast for tomorrow. Not too different from today with the wet weather expected, but that's okay. We're still going to celebrate the new Lunar New Year. Right now, we're watching the satellite radar pictures, and we're definitely in on the action. So what started out was kind of a fairly quiet morning earlier at around 5, 6 a.m. Now we're seeing some of the more moderate to heavy showers rolling into parts of Ventura County, LA County, out towards the west side in Brentwood, right outside our studios. We've got some showers, and Pasadena. Of course, we're all focused on the recently burned hillsides of Altadena out towards the Palisades. We're watching to see. Hopefully it won't happen, but with these stronger cells that we're expecting today, that can trigger those mud and debris flows, the rock slides, and we can even see a weak tornado possibly with some of the thunderstorms we're expected in the forecast, or at least the possibility of that. We're going to zoom in here to parts of Orange County where it's now raining through parts of Newport Beach, getting ready to move into parts of Irvine, Rancho Santa Margarita. Still pretty quiet out towards the Coachella Valley. So Palm Springs got some clouds right now, but we're still waiting on the showers. Also in Big Bear, we've got some clouds and waiting on the snow, which is just down or just upstream, really. This is all part of storm number 1. That is a pretty big and potent storm. It's got cold air. It's got a lot of instability rotating around this area of low pressure. So we're picking up the heavier cells here, but there's more upstream, and that's going to move in for the remainder of this morning into the afternoon and evening. And again, a chance for some thunderstorms there. That second system moving in tomorrow, so a little bit more scattered in the way of that rain as we get into the early morning hours tomorrow, and then that next system moving in tomorrow night into Wednesday. So that will bring more widespread rain again and also some mountain snow. By this time, this is packing a lot more cold air, so this is going to bring that snow level from where it's at right now, about 6,000–7,000 feet, down to 4,000, even 3,000 feet. So that's going to impact our mountain passes, the Cajon Pass, the Tejon Pass, the Grapevine, and so you want to keep that in mind as you plan ahead. Another system behind that as we get into Thursday. Temperatures are chilly, so stay in, get the laundry done. 52 in Burbank, currently 54 in downtown LA, 54 in Ontario, to that 41 in Big Bear. Highs will not be too high, 51 in the high desert. We've got the thunderstorm chance there. We've got a winter storm warning, by the way, for travel up to the mountains. Make sure you don't go if you don't have to, and make sure you check with road conditions. Bring your chains. That is mandatory during the winter months, and make sure you have your emergency gear in the car just in case. Downtown LA 58, thunderstorms possible, heavy rain along our coast with the high surf rolling in. That's going to cause some coastal flooding. 59 degrees, and a flood watch and advisory also in effect for the valleys and the Inland Empire. I'll show you another computer model. We'll look at the 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments. Back to you.
Yeah, it does feel like a laundry day, Maria. Thank you. As she said, the big winter storm has rolled in, and we are bracing for the possibility of thunderstorms, heavy snow, flash floods, and debris flows.
Rachel Aragon is live in Altadena with more on that area. Rachel.
Hey, good morning, you guys. Yeah, it's not only getting colder by the hour, but the wind, as you can tell, certainly picking up here in Altadena, as well as the rain. Take a look here. Again, we keep repeating this because it's important. The areas of concern are the recent burn scar areas. That would include Altadena, but also parts of Pasadena, as well as the Palisades and the Malibu area. Why the concern? Well, with the heavy rain expected, there could be a chance of debris flow as well as mudslides and rock slides in these areas. Hopefully you already did, but also if you have not, there's still a chance to pick up some sandbags as well at various fire stations and throughout the Altadena area as well. National Weather Service saying, as well as Maria, I know, said as well, just stay inside today if you can. It's definitely a day to avoid the roads, also because of the chance of thunderstorms as well. We spoke to some officials in Pasadena. They said they don't think there'll be any issues, but just in case, they're telling residents to be careful and be safe out there. Take a listen.
We encourage people, don't wait till last minute. If you need to evacuate or you're told to evacuate, do so early. If you have existing medical conditions, young kids, pets that you need to pack up that may take longer, do so early. Get out in a reasonable time frame.
Now, she also mentioned Fire Station 38 and 37 in Pasadena have those sandbags if you need. Back here live at Altadena, the rain again still going pretty strong. And something else I want to stress for people for the next few days or so is to really check your respective city and county alerts. A lot of times the weather changes, as we know, by the hour. So anything with regards to evacuation warnings and road closures, that's definitely where you'll get some good information in terms of traveling out there. So again, stay inside if you can, because it is coming down harder and harder. Pretty live this morning. I'm Rachel Aragon. Send it back to you guys in the studio.
The wind really picking up there, too. You could see the gusts really impacting you and the sign behind you and your umbrella. Be careful out there and stay warm and dry.
You need a good umbrella.
Yeah.
Rachel.
Thank you.
It's been more than 2 weeks since Nancy Guthrie disappeared.
That's right, and her daughter, Savannah Guthrie, released a video making a plea to her kidnapper.
It is never too late to do the right thing. We believe in the essential goodness of every human being. And it's never too late.
A piece of evidence found near the scene of her mother's disappearance could provide some answers. We also learned TMZ received another email letter this morning asking for more money. Fox's Caroline Elliott joins us live from Tucson, Arizona. What is the latest, Caroline?
Yeah, Bob, Sandra. So in the last 10 minutes here, we just got word of TMZ receiving a fourth note in this case. Now, we want to start off with a disclaimer here because we do not know if this note is authentic. And we'll also point out that investigators haven't said whether or not they believe this note is authentic or any of the ransom notes for that matter. But in this note, TMZ says that someone is claiming to know who the kidnapper kidnapper is and where Nancy Guthrie is. And he says he wants money in exchange for that information. And now TMZ's Harvey Levin just posted on X in the last hour here saying if you are the individual claiming you know who the kidnapper is, then prove it. He's asking for that person to send him the info, and he says we'll forward it to the FBI and create a record trying to find you. So again, these are words from TMZ's Harvey Levin sharing more details about that note. And in this video, he reads directly from that note, and some of the information that we're hearing is quite shocking, and we're hearing this information for the first time. Again, we do not know if this is authentic, though, so just want to start off with that disclaimer. So he said in the note, quote, "I know what I saw 5 days ago south of the border, and I was told to shut up, so I know who he is, and that was definitely Nancy with them." So again, disclaimer, we do not know if this information is authentic. We don't know if this note is real. But again, for the first time, this person is claiming that Nancy Guthrie is south of the border. So again, investigators looking at all kinds of possibilities right now. But if it is true that Nancy Guthrie is no longer in the country, this would very well change the direction of this investigation.
I mean, what is this, like the fourth or the fifth alleged ransom note that's received? And up to now, there has been zero communication with any potential captor, any proof of life given at all. So it's really hard to know whether or not this is something that is to believed, or if this is just, you know, another thing that investigators have to track down and figure out whether or not it's true or not.
Exactly, Bob. And to that point, we know scams are a very real thing, and scammers will take advantage of a situation even as dark as this one. So again, we know investigators are being pretty cautious with this information, but TMZ is reporting that this latest note is from the same person that they've received notes from before. Yeah. So again, a lot of this is still preliminary information. We're still trying to review it.
I'm glad Harvey is saying, you know, come up with the proof, because, you know, it could just be a waste of time for investigators. We'll have to see. All right, Caroline, we appreciate it. Thank you. Layoff notices could be going out to thousands of employees of the LA Unified School District under a new proposal. So this proposal will be reviewed at a meeting tomorrow. Under the plan, more than 3,200 employees would get notices. This comes as labor negotiations stall. Union negotiators are asking the board to hold off on sending out any notices until they can get more information about funding from the state. The actual number of layoffs is expected to be much lower, but the notifications have to go out according to state and union rules. The LAUSD has been in the red after exhausting one-time COVID payments that allowed it to avoid job cuts.
A new report by DPave LA reveals 44% of LA County's pavement may be unnecessary. Researchers suggest replacing excess asphalt with trees and green spaces to combat heat, flooding, and smog while improving mental health. Parking lots and schoolyards are key areas for change. The study aims to inspire residents and developers to see pavement as a choice, not as a default, and reimagine a cooler, greener, and healthier city. Former President Barack Obama is breaking his silence about the racist post by President Trump, depicting the former president and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes. Mr. Obama spoke in a wide-ranging interview with podcaster Brian Tyler Cohen, and the interview began with a question on that racist video posted on Trump's Truth Social account.
First of all, I think it's important to recognize that the majority of the American people find this behavior deeply troubling. It is true that it gets attention. It's true that it's a distraction. But, as I'm traveling around the country, as you're traveling around the country, you meet people. They still believe in decency, courtesy, kindness. And there's this sort of clown show that's happening in social media and on television, and what is true is that there doesn't seem to be any shame about this among people who used to feel like you had to have some sort of decorum.
President Trump has refused to apologize for the video, blaming instead a staffer for the post.
During that interview, the former president also revealing that he believes aliens are real.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Social media went crazy with speculation about aliens and former president's knowledge on the topic, which then led him to clarify on Instagram last night, posting, all right, let me clarify. Statistically, the universe is so vast that the odds are good. There's life out there. But the distances between solar systems are so great that the chances we've been visited by aliens is low. And I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrials have made contact with us.
See?
Unless they're traveling a lot faster than, we know.
It's all about what you believe. It's a belief.
Do you believe that there was life on Mars?
Maybe a cell. I don't know. No,
That's
I
life?
want to. Yeah. Okay, maybe there's an alien that exists,
cell.
but I gotta see it to believe it.
Oh God. All right.
All right. Today marks President's Day, as we know, and some businesses and services will be unavailable due to the holiday. So what's closed, what's open? Well, federal government offices will be closed. Many public schools and universities will not be open, depending on the district. U.S. stock markets are also closed, as are banks as well. The U.S. Postal Service is closed, so there's no mail delivery today. And most other businesses like grocery stores, restaurants, and big retail chains, movie theaters, they're all open.
A wild scene at the Montclair Mall when an armed robber targets a jewelry store only to have a clerk fight back. We'll have more on that. Also this.
Shohei Ohtani reports to Dodger spring training and talks about the one baseball honor he has yet to win.
And we do have some traffic out there. A few people on the road. Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by My Home Sold. As we take a look at our traffic map here, real-time traffic map, you can see the roads are, we got the rain, got plenty of wet roads out there. In fact, here's one of our live traffic cameras. This is the eastbound 10 at Channing Street. You guys are driving way too fast. Just because the roads are not filled with cars, the roads are wet. You need to slow it down, please. We want to prevent as few accidents as possible. So these guys are driving slowly, but those guys are driving way too fast. Slow it down. All right, here we go. We've got westbound 10 freeway between the 5 to the 405, headed to the west side out of downtown toward Santa Monica. Just 15 minutes. That's good, but please drive slowly. Northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10, 16 minutes. And on that west 60 between the 57 to the 5, 28 minutes. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
Hello, I'm Adrian Hernandez with MyHomeSold.com, and we want to buy your house cash. We'll give you a cash offer for your house today. Sell your house the easy way with no commissions, no fees, no repairs. For free, no obligation cash offer. Go to MyHomeSold.com.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. It is President's Day holiday, so it's good. Hopefully you are staying in. You've got the day off. Maybe kids definitely are not in school, right? So take advantage of it and get some stuff done at home. We are anticipating the heavy rain. It's falling now in many areas, parts of Ventura County and LA County, working its way south into Orange County and San Diego. The winds have been picking up as well. Quite gusty. Here is our future gust. We're picking up some wind gusts nearing 47 to 50 miles per hour at Frazier Park. Santa Clarita, 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 30 to 40 in Santa Monica out towards Burbank. So there is a wind warning in effect, particularly up through the mountains, and travel through the passes and canyons are really quite sketchy as we take a look at our winds that will continue throughout the day today into tonight. Tomorrow morning they'll start to weaken a little bit, but it will still be breezy, especially with these thunderstorms that we're expecting and these stronger cells that move in. This is just the first of a series of storms. We've got a second one right behind it. That one's even colder, and then another one behind that. So we can expect to see more of the high impacts today with the wind, the rain, the mountain snow, and the potential for ponding and flooding, and of course with the heavy rainfall rates that could move in with these thunderstorms that can trigger those mud and debris flows. 2 to 4 inches of rain expected for the coast and valleys through the next several days. That's a lot of rain. 4 to 8 inches for the mountains and foothills, and 1 to 3 feet of snow possible above 6,000 feet. I'll show you the rest of the forecast in just a few moments. Back to you.
Maria, thank you. A jewelry store clerk in Montclair takes a huge risk when an armed robber threatens her. Surveillance video shows the woman fighting back. It was just before closing time at Fast Fix Jewelry inside the Montclair Mall when a man wearing a COVID mask asks the employee to see an item. He steps out of the store, then quickly returns so the employee, who is sisters with the owner, doesn't open the case. The man was armed with a gun, though, and a taser. The employee, who is also the owner's sister, as I mentioned, fought back as she's being tased. He tries to run out when a shopper hits him over the head with a food court chair.
And then he dropped off the floor. He broke the glass, took it couple, and then he broke his hand.
Disappointed, terrified, to be honest, at the same time too as well. But then what are you gonna do? This is the industry that we're in.
No suspect has been arrested yet, and the family-owned store now faces a massive loss.
4 new astronauts are now orbiting the Earth on the ISS, the International Space Station. The crew includes 2 astronauts from the U.S., 1 from France, and another from Russia. They will replace 4 astronauts who left the ISS early last month due to health concerns. That led to the first medical evacuation from NASA in 65 years of human spaceflight. The astronauts will be on the ISS for the next 8 to 9 months.
The Dodgers' quest for a three-peat is officially on. Pitchers and catchers have reported to training camp in Glendale, Arizona. And for the very first time as a Dodger, Shohei is starting the spring as a healthy pitcher. Shohei has a long list of career accolades, including being named MVP 4 times. But the one major award that has eluded the best player in baseball is the Cy Young Award, which is given to the league's best pitcher. He spoke on his hopes of winning the honor, but more importantly, what winning that honor would mean for his season.
If the end result is getting a Cy Young, that's great. Getting a Cy Young means like just being able to throw more innings and pitch throughout the whole season. So if that's the end result, that's a good sign for me, and that's what I'm more focused on, is just being healthy the whole year.
Regardless of my expectations for him, his are going to, exceed those. I think it's fair to say he expects to be in the Cy Young conversation, but we just want to be healthy and make starts, and all the numbers and statistics will take care of themselves. But man, this guy is such a disciplined worker, and expects the most from himself.
Gosh, his mentality. Gosh, it's amazing. From baseball to basketball, though.
The NBA's All-Star Game at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood turned into a showcase for Clippers star Kawhi Leonard in his home arena. The revamped event pits the U.S. against the world with 3 teams in a round-robin tournament. The first 3 games were all nail-biters, including an epic clash between Team Stripes and the World. Clippers star Kawhi Leonard exploded for 31 of the team's 48 points. He lifted Team Stripes to the final against Team Stars. The Team Stars dominated. Anthony Edwards was named MVP. After the game, Kawhi shared what it meant for him to play on this huge stage in Inglewood.
I grew up coming up here going to the convention center, seeing stars walk around and, dreaming of being here. And, I want to take, the opportunity to play great and, not take advantage of it. And, take advantage of it and go out there and ball. So I was happy I was able to do that this year in L.A. and, and also in Tuladome.
LeBron James put up 15 total points in his 22nd All-Star appearance. His Laker teammate, Luka Doncic, played for just 5 minutes as he battles a hamstring injury.
And he didn't get credit for the assist, but former President Barack Obama was there, and he showed off his quick basketball reflexes sitting courtside with the former First Lady.
This intensity early. Jokic got the deflection out of bounds.
Look at Barack.
Mr. President Barack Obama.
He's even cool when the ball's coming at him. No problem.
A loose ball headed straight towards the Obamas, and Mr. Obama caught it with a smile. Look at that. Then he handed the ball back to Phoenix Suns player Devin Booker, creating for an unforgettable moment. How cool is that?
An event hosted by Boston Celtics star Jaylen Brown during All-Star Weekend was shut down by the Beverly Hills Police Saturday night. The city says the gathering lacked a permit. Brown disputes that claim, calling the city's statement false.
We had a pop-up talking about culture, talking about the future of independency, creative control, etc. A bunch of different people that were just there to just talk about positivity in the community. And it just seemed like, somebody didn't want that to happen. We didn't need a permit because the owner of the house, that was his space. We were family friends. He opened up his festivities to us, so we didn't have to. We never applied for one. So I think they told the media, the statement they put out, someone sent to me said that we applied and it was denied. There was no permit ever applied for. I'm offended by, Beverly Hills, by the statement they put out, like we applied for something and didn't get it and we did it anyway, like we were insubordinate. I know how to follow the rules. I'm smart enough to follow the guidelines. It just seemed like somebody, didn't want whatever we had going on to go on. Because out of everybody that was doing something, it seemed like I was the only one to get shut down. So you tell me how I should feel about it.
The city issued a statement reading in part, an event permit had been applied for and denied by the city due to previous violations associated with events at that address. Despite the fact that the permit was denied, organizers still chose to proceed with inviting hundreds of guests, knowing that it was not allowed to occur. 10:26 your time. Coming up, Cocoa is getting festive in Garden Grove.
Good morning. We are at Advanced Beauty College. We are celebrating Lunar New Year Eve, and we're having a great time. As you can see, I moved into a traditional Vietnamese ao dai. I'm so excited to show you more and tell you more about this beautiful place coming up.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Is it raining where you are? It's more widespread now, certainly encompassing parts of Orange County. It's starting to really get into the Inland Empire, but a line of heavy rain is what I'm tracking right now. And as we zoom in, I'm going to get the right button and then I'm going to zoom in and show you where all that heavy rain is falling here. A line of heavy rain in Agoura Hills out towards Ventura, Santa Clarita, and then there's a bunch here, a cluster of cells just offshore getting ready to move a little bit farther inland into parts of Malibu, out off the 101. So if we're planning to get on that 101 just west of Calabasas, you're going to get some of that heavier rain moving in. As we get down to parts of the South Bay, Rancho Palos Verdes, we've got some moderate to some heavier cells here falling. And as we get to the mountains, Wrightwood, up in Mountain High, you're getting some snow now up at the high elevations, but we're still really waiting for it out towards San Bernardino County mountains. Maybe at the very, very high tops of Big Bear, we're getting some light snow. Otherwise, we do have winter storm warnings in effect for our mountain locations. That means we have some winter weather conditions either occurring or is imminent. That's with the strong gusty winds, gusting near 60, even 70 miles an hour. And we do have some flooding here now. I showed you that heavy cell through parts of, just off PCH and into the valley. So please try to stay off the road if you can. That flash flood warning just popped up. This is until 2 o'clock this afternoon. Flood advisories elsewhere along with that flood watch. We do have some stronger cells rolling in, and that can trigger those mud and debris flows. So if you live near the Palisades, burn scar areas, please stay alert along with Altadena and that area. High wind warnings for parts of the mountains of LA and Ventura with those wind gusts up to 60, 70 miles an hour. There's that area that I just pointed out with the flash flood warning. But if you must travel up to the high country, all the areas shaded in that pink color there, the winter storm warnings, you have to bring your emergency gear with you. Please check the latest on the road conditions 511. And if you can't avoid getting up there today, try to do so. We have some high surf, coastal flooding, dangerous rip currents along our coastline with some very high surf rolling in, nearing 5 to 8, even 10-foot sets. 58 degrees expected downtown LA today. If you have to run around, you get that jacket, the umbrella, and the rain boots, of course. Rain in Thousand Oaks getting heavier through the afternoon, and then we'll see some scattered rain as we get into the overnight hours into tomorrow. Big Bear, like I said, we're still waiting on the heavier of the snow, but that's coming. We're looking at temperatures in the low 30s, and then Elysian Park, that rain coming in. We've got some showers getting a little bit lighter later tonight, but until then, it will be quite heavy at times. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Happening today, nurses and medical staff at Providence Cedars-Sinai Tarzana Medical Center are on strike. The 5-day walkout stems from stalled contract talks since July of 2025 over staffing and safety concerns. Union officials say picket lines will run daily from 7 in the morning to noon at the hospital on Clark Street. This strike is part of a wave of labor actions hitting Southern California hospitals, including ongoing strikes at Kaiser Permanente facilities.
Casey Wasserman is selling his talent agency amid the fallout of emails tying him to Jeffrey Epstein. In a memo sent to his staff Friday night, Wasserman called himself a distraction and apologized for the 2003 connection with Ghislaine Maxwell. He denies any personal or business ties to Epstein. This marks one of the first major figures in entertainment to be forced out over the Epstein files. Wasserman will remain leader of the LA 2028 Olympics. The committee publicly backed him despite backlash from critics.
7 LA County health clinics will close this month. The affected facilities include locations in downtown, South LA, and Inglewood. Patients will need to be referred to nearby providers or the 6 remaining county clinics. Officials blame rising costs and reduced government funding. The department is working with federally qualified health centers that are located near the closed sites to help patients get the services they need.
Little Saigon in Orange County is getting ready to celebrate Lunar New Year.
Coco McAvoy is live in Garden Grove with a look at the meaning behind this celebration.
You look beautiful.
Rocking the red. Is that red? It's like violet or maybe magenta.
Yeah, it's like a magenta. Hey there, I have changed into a traditional Vietnamese ao dai. I'm so excited about it. We are celebrating Lunar New Year's Eve. You can see this amazing performance happening here at Advanced Beauty College in Little Saigon. I am here with Lynn and Tom and I'm going to start with you talking about Advanced Beauty College. This is a great campus.
Thank you. Happy Lunar New Year from Little Saigon, Orange County, Advanced Beauty College. Yes, Advanced Beauty College is a 40-year family business. Lynn and I are the second-generation owners, and we're the largest manicuring training program in the nation with 50,000 graduates.
That is incredible. Congratulations to both of you. And Lynn, you really have been my supporter. You got me a beautiful ao dai here. Tell us about this beautiful piece of clothing that's part of Vietnamese tradition.
Yeah, I was so excited to be able to get you into an ao dai. I think it's absolutely gorgeous on you. And this is something that we wear every year for Lunar New Year. And this year, we're excited about our event that we're having today for Lunar New Year's Eve, where we're going to have an ao dai vendor here so people can come and be able to get their own ao dai. But outside of that, we also have, you know, the red envelopes lisi for guests, and we have like a scroll person that's doing calligraphy art on scrolls, and just, of course, the traditional lion dance, which is so exciting.
That's just incredible, and this is going to be the epicenter for it all. Talk about how important this event is every single year for the community.
It is the most important cultural event for Little Saigon and for Vietnamese Americans throughout the country. This is our today, over this week, over this month, the community is going to celebrate our traditions, bring in our culture. This is where multi-generations, this is where we go to grandma's house tonight. This is where our kids will be coming. And of course, the lucky red envelopes with the $2 bills from Genesis Bank will be going to each person that comes today. So this is a very important and fun festive event.
Love that. Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you so much, Lynn, as well. Great spending time with you and everyone here at Advanced Beauty College here in Little Saigon. The event today starts at 2 o'clock. There's going to be so much to do, so much to see as well. And then on Saturday will be the Tet Parade happening early in the morning. I'll send it back to you.
So beautiful.
This dress is looking really awesome on you.
So
Coco.
beautiful,
So pretty. And it's got all your It's got all your favorite colors behind you too, pink and
I know. You know me so well. I had to find out. Oh yes! Oh, thank you. I love getting a red envelope. Perfect.
I'm feeling You're gonna have a great lucky year. But a shout out to all the performers behind you.
Yeah.
The little girls are so adorable.
Oh my goodness. Aren't they adorable?
Very, very
They're
nice.
so good.
Thanks for coming out this morning.
And I think Coco looks great in pink, by the way. Also, I was reading up on things that reminded me you're not supposed to wash your hair on Lunar New Year.
Really? You're not supposed to clean your house.
You're not supposed to clean because you wash away the luck, or you clean clean away the luck.
What if you work out?
Well, you gotta stay
just
sweaty.
Stay stinky and sweaty, yeah. You're not supposed to cut your hair either. You don't cut your hair either. Yeah,
No?
That's right. I was reading up on all the things.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right, a lot of tradition.
I'm just gonna go home and just lay down for the whole day. Just be safe, not do a thing.
Is the New Year over yet?
Exactly. All right, let's jump into some entertainment. Oh man, this is sad. Good Day LA Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. We've got some sad news to start the week with. San Diego-born actor Robert Duvall has passed away at the age of 95.
Now, nobody has ever gunned down a New York police captain, never. It would be disastrous. All the 5 families would come after you, Sonny. The Corleone family would be outcast.
His wife posting the news on Facebook, sharing, Bob passed away peacefully at home, surrounded by love and comfort. I mean, from the Godfather franchise to Tender Mercies, from Apocalypse Now to Network, and from Lonesome Dove to The Natural. He was Frank Burns in the movie version of MASH, and even played the mysterious Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Wow, he was Boo Radley?
Yes. Robert Duvall is regarded as one of the greatest actors of all time, of our time. He's won an Oscar, 4 Golden Globe Awards, and 2 Emmys, as well as having so many fans. I mean, not bad for a guy who says he barely got through high school and once claimed, quote, all I could do was act. And get this is a fun fact. Back in the day, he roomed with both Dustin Hoffman and the late Gene Hackman as they were all starting out.
Wow.
The stories those guys must have had, right? And all 3 of them have since won Academy Awards. He also founded the Robert Duvall Children's Fund in 2001 with his wife, Luciana, to help impoverished children and families of northern Argentina. And since then, the nonprofit organization has expanded its reach to assist children and families around the world. Wow. Our love and condolences going out to his family, his friends, and of course, his fans.
95. He had a long career.
Wow,
which is great.
95. What a life, what a legacy. Long career. You're right, because we were going in the newsroom going
Boo
through.
Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Wow.
That was like, what was it, Gregory Peck in that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that was a long time
Way
ago.
back
Range
machine.
he has, too.
So much range.
He was in the Great Santini.
That's right. Aw. And you know what? Speaking of Argentina, his foundation that he had, Bad Bunny, is back on stage and breaking records. The global superstar filled Argentina's largest stadium in Buenos Aires for his first concert since the Super Bowl. All 3 shows sold out in record time, forcing organizers to open additional sections to meet the demand. Fans also cheered when Bad Bunny hit the stage, wearing an Argentina jersey honoring soccer legend Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
He's heading to Brazil on Friday.
Nice.
That's gonna wear Pele's outfit.
There you go.
All right, thanks, Amanda. We do have this poll. Last hour we asked you, do you believe in aliens? Here are the results. All of you saying, 72% saying, yeah, we're not alone.
Yeah.
Despite what Sandra believes. Coming up, more Lunar New Year celebration.
That's right. This one right here in our studio. Check this out. There'll be dancing and a lot of celebratory movements as we learn about the traditions of the Year of the Horse and ringing in the Lunar New Year.
Happy New Year.
Sorry, I've been watching the radar, and it's coming down pretty good right now. We've got a line of pretty heavy showers, a bunch of heavier cells actually rolling through SoCal. And I want to point out there is a flash flood warning that is in effect right now until 2 o'clock this afternoon. So the area is shaded in red here. So that's the west side, parts of the Santa Monica Mountains. This includes the Palisades and Franklin burn scars right now. So if you are in this area, please stay alert. We're talking about rainfall rates that are at about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch per hour. And that means that it is either flooding or is imminent when we're talking about this kind of heavy rain at the moment that can trigger those mud and debris flows and rock slides. So please pay attention if you are particularly in that area right now. We've got some high impacts from this first of a series of systems. We're talking about 2 to 4 inches of rain for the coast and valleys, and a lot of that is going to fall within the next 10 to 12 hours, 4 to 8 inches for the mountains and foothills, and we could be looking at some thunderstorms which can produce the flooding, as well as some weak tornadoes. That is possible today. That is what is the dynamics are in place right now in the atmosphere that we could be looking at, that or some water spouts or some funnel clouds. We do have a lot of wind, strong gusty winds, as well as some mountain snow as well in the higher elevation. So we've got a lot going on. So hopefully you are inside watching us right now and staying safe. 61 along our coast, 58 for downtown LA, inland Orange County. We're going to stay pretty active through Thursday, and then Friday and the weekend look pretty good. We've got the valleys and the Inland Empire 59 today, cooling off to even 58 on Thursday, but that's when things will start to improve for the latter part of the day. 42 up into the mountains. The heavy snow is expected above 6,000 feet, and that snow level is expected to drop to about 3,000 feet by the time we get to late tonight into tomorrow night, actually. And then the low desert areas, also some rain in Palm Springs. 68 there later today, with that rain getting heavier tonight into, rather tomorrow night into Wednesday and Thursday. All right, there's my weather for now. Kongi Fat Choi, happy Lunar New Year for tomorrow for you guys. Back to you.
That's right. And in addition to fireworks, the feast, and of course the red envelopes, Lunar New Year celebrations include traditional fashion and dance. Dee Lee of Dee Lee Designs is here to share all about the customs and the traditions we'll be seeing and celebrating throughout the new year. Dee, welcome. Look at this beautiful dress. Tell me about the fashion and the styles we're looking at.
I was actually styled by Grace of Ginza Oriental. This is a modern cheapao. It's silk and it's an A-line, so it fits all the girlies.
And this is traditional Chinese, right,
Yes.
Grace?
Yes,
Tell us
Chinese
about it.
cheapao. So the typical Chinese cheapao would start with a mandarin color and then the beautiful French knots. And also what I always want to do is for weddings, for example, we will have gold embroideries or silk shading by hand to really complement everybody's different body shape and proportions. And D is wearing a modified A-line, which really fits all the body shape. The traditional cheapao would be straight, fit on the waist, and the side slit on the both sides. Either sleeveless or you can have a cap sleeve. That's the traditional Chinese cheapao.
It's so beautiful, and I think it's adopted by many, many people because of its beauty and the elegance of it, and also the fabric and style and design.
It drapes really well.
This is perfect for everyone. All right, and now we have Tai Nguyen, who could tell us a little bit about what you're wearing, you're styling.
Yes, it's the year of the horse, so I'm bringing you many horses. Red horses combined with blue. These are festive celebration colors. What I'm wearing on actually 2 ao dai. And in Vietnamese, aos means shirt, yais means long, so it's a long shirt. The outside layer is more like a modern take of an ao dai with set-in sleeves, kind of like a trench coat. And then the inside is more like a traditional silhouette with the drop shoulder sleeves. It is more loose-fitting, gender fluid, and I'm just so grateful that I'm here with Grace sharing the stage because we have Chinese culture and Vietnamese culture. And in the Chinese kipao, the difference is, you know, the side seam traditional, the side slit, they kind of close.
Yes.
So you can wear it as a dress, even for the modern version. But for the ao dai, the traditional Vietnamese silhouette, the slit is to the waist. So it would be wrong to wear it without any bottoms or pants.
Gotta wear your bottoms.
To be respectable and accuracy, you must wear pants with your ao dai. And that's all.
It looks so good on everyone.
Yes.
I love it. I want one for myself.
Yes. Done and done. And literally, these styles could be for anybody. I mean, we all celebrate together.
And speaking of celebrations, let's move over because we have a special visit from Orange County's Kuiwei Cultural Dance Group, and they are going to ring in the new year in style.
Ooh.